Salam, shalom, all praises to the horizon. Peace and wisdom. Wise Sala speaking. Can I get a check? It's kind of cutting up on my end. Like going in and out. Yesterday's video ended in that fashion. Meaning the video didn't end, it just went black on my side. So I thought the video had cut off. But it actually did. I checked on my other phone, it was still good to go. I'm having them same complications now. Peace and wisdom, JS. Can I get a sound check, please? Am I cutting in and out to you guys? Or is that just me? While I wait, subscribe to the channel. Thumb me. Visit the website wiseservant.org or upscaleknowledge.org. Peace and wisdom, fixed Darnell. Can I get a sound check, please? Am I cutting out? Or is my connection good enough to go? That's all I need to know. Let me get straight to it. I'm assuming my connection is no good because I know it doesn't take you guys that long to comment yes. Salam, shalom, fixed star now. Okay, I'm clear. Let's get into this deep video explaining how, the whole world worships the devil. By mistake, some on purpose. But before I do that, I want to get into hip-hop. Most of the black youth, this male and female, are striving to be in a hip-hop business. So I just want to put this little bug in you guys here. The hip-hop industry is a front for something more evil. Now, to give you an example, you have drug dealers. A drug dealer may buy a barber shop, any kind of store you can think of. And he's not using that store for that business, but behind the scenes of that business is something darker, which is his drug business. And that's what's paying for the store, and that's the true business. The business you see, the barbershop, no one's getting haircuts in there. You can get it. There's no barbers that work in there, but it's set up like a barbershop. You may even have barbers working in there, but that's not the main business. The barber does not need a barbershop. The drug dealer does not need a barbershop. You get my point? The barbershop is pennies on whatever he made. He's just using the barbershop so he can look legit while doing what he does. Now you take that reference and you apply it to hip-hop. The hip-hop industry is just a front for sacrifice. Now I'm not saying it's always been that, but that's what it has become. Meaning barbershops predate drug dealers, let's say. And I don't know which one predates, but you get there were functioning barbershops up and running. Every barbershop's not a drug front. But so the drug dealers, oh yeah, we can use that to do what we do. So hip-hop's like that. Hip-hop was what it was. And then those that's in the sacrifice say, hey, we can use that business to sacrifice bodies, When I say sacrifice, I'm talking killing and dying. You have that practice in life. It goes back to the beginnings of time, where you have other people killing or sacrificing other people for their greater good. It usually boils down to some entity that they worship. And just go all the way back to Bible practices, Sacrificing is a real thing in life, meaning killing people. Now, you know how y'all say this rapper sacrificed this rapper? Y'all lost. Has nothing to do with that. You have sacrifice parties that go back to the beginnings of time. Of course, in the past, someone or something being sacrificed would kind of be forced to be killed. Of course, we follow along in time, so y'all are manipulated into the sacrifice. You get it? The glitz and glamour lures y'all in to that industry being a sacrifice party now, meaning y'all are being lured in to be sacrificed. If you get sacrificed now or you just put on the shelf to be sacrificed later, it wouldn't matter. They got all the sacrifices they need, because, getting people to dying. Getting people to die ain't usually the first thing on their list, so you gotta be crafty with it. You can't just run around snatching people up talking about you'll do. That's illegal. So y'all are lured into these businesses. And this is why y'all say, like, oh, it's satanic. I seen this strange thing or that strange thing. All rap artists are sacrifices. Like I said, whether they use now or later, the industry will decide. But they're lured in and glamored up for that purpose. Think like when something like an animal being sacrificed. So the animal is cleaned and oiled and, you get it, kind of adorned. Then it's put on an altar and fried. Like, but for the moment, the animal's that shit. Like, I've been to a sacrificing before. Sheep got their throat cut. They cooked it. We ate it. Best meat I ever. I don't want to disturb nobody, but I said, where's Bambi? Like, Mary had a little lamb. Is Bambi here too? Because I'm hungry. I'm sorry if you knew here, I like the joke. So we're eating Mary had a little lamb. Like, I'm young when this happened. Make a long story short, I lost my money in a dice game. So, I was a little hungry, baby. I said, I need to eat. Man, what did you say? They having a sacrifice over there? Meats involved? Oh, yeah, I'll be there. Oh, yeah, I'll be there. You can count me in, baby. I'm low on cash. Remember that dice game going on, baby? Yeah, they cleaned me out. I don't think I'm gonna make it to payday, goddamn. I would pull up to the sacrifice party. I need to eat. No, this is a true story. Hebrew Israelite shit. Like I said, they sick. So it was a Hebrew Israelite feast. The slaying of the animal. Like I said, the meat was a little dry. Everything was done old school. The animal was sacrificed. The rod was stuck through the asshole. It came out the mouth. It was cooked over the fire. Now, I was young, so I'm macking. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't watch all of that because I was macking. My mama seen that. Like, I mean, it's a real story. My mama was there. I don't want y'all to think I'm playing. Whatever I say, if I'm laughing, it's just funny to me, but it's for real. Like, the dice game, niggas cleaned me out. All that, all that shit is for real. That's why it sound real. Like, yeah, you probably did get cleaned out. Niggas cleaned me out. I don't really be gambling, so every time I try my hand at it, I be up. I know how I get when I'm up. Big egos. So, man, you niggas couldn't beat me if you tricked the dice, you bum ass nigga. You going home, your wife kicking you out, cause I'm about to clean you out, nigga. You gonna be homeless. So you see the bum over there? Learn cup game. Cleaning y'all out. So I'm talking big shit. I had big ego once I'm up. Long story short, they cleaned me out. Long story short, I left like everything I said about Thomas. I'm gonna get you out today. You get the fuck out today. God damn. Ah. Called me for the feast, so I said, yeah, I'm a little hungry. I might as well stop on by. I Might as well stop on by the Hebrew Israelite camp and get me some food. Anyway, I'm macking at the little sacrifice. I did eat. The meat was dry, but it was good, but dry. It's better in the oven, covered, a little more, a little juicier. The point I'm making is the animal is dressed up. Before they killed the animal was running around all happy. When I look at it now, through clear mind, it was quite meaning the animal thought he had buddies. The sheep was playing with us, like before it was slaughtered. It was coming up to my leg and shit. It was just running around in the yard chilling, like, but happy though. Like, it was trying to play with everybody, and I guess wherever they bought it from, it was horrible there. So that shit was like alive, running around. Like, yes, they freed me, and it was a festival, not like a public festival, but like a fellowshipping. And so, everybody was gathered around fellowshipping, campfires burning or whatever they was gonna burn a thing on. And this shit was oblivious. Like, they was running around, everybody was playing with it, then they just bust the neck, like, pop. And that shit died. That shit died. Then they clean, the guts and all that out. The point I'm making is the sacrifice had no clue. That's how hip hop is. It has become a front business for sacrificing. Of course, sacrificing is illegal now, so you can't just go around sacrificing people. And so they're lulled in with the glitz and glamour. Of course, hip hop wasn't honest business at one point in time when it first started. You get my point? But what it has grown to is something else. Now, before hip hop, you had the churches and the religions. These were your institutes or your front businesses, front institutes, and behind the scenes. So this is where those that sacrifice get to do what they do, without getting locked up. Meaning, I gave y'all the drug dealer analogy in the beginning so y'all could use it to understand you have people that sacrifice other people. But you can't just do this out in the open. So you have certain businesses that are used or kind of bought out and then used for that purpose. You get my point? This is why y'all see rappers just getting on so it almost look easy. Like, damn, I ain't gotta do nothing but just put a song online. If that shit go up, I'm on. You get it? Like, it's too easy now. It's almost like something ain't right. And all the rappers y'all see got big. You get it? It's not like the past where you seen like, okay, this rapper just started, he getting his bones off. Man, they damn near coming in with big Cuban links and rich off you. It's too easy. It's cause it's a sacrifice thing. Now a lot of y'all will probably say, nah man, they dying out here cause they, doing what they do. They don't got nothing to do with the business per se. The business is using manipulation, meaning manipulating others to sacrifice themselves or die. Because it's the same. If I grab you up, kill you, but that's gonna get me in trouble. But like if I can manipulate you to kill yourself, ain't that just as good? Meaning if I got beef with somebody and I want to kill them, if I can get them to blow their own head off, ain't that still serving the same purpose? Now let's say I'm in a sacrifice. All I gotta do is recoup in the bodies. If I can get them to kill each other, ain't it the same still? You get my point? Meaning you could bring animals in to be sacrificed. Now if they kill each other, shit, they help you. You ain't gotta do it now. You gotta do is put them on the altar. You done with it. You get my point? There's people that still eat people. When you talking diet, the richest diet is human flesh and brains. When you talking brains, if we talking an animal, you see how y'all eat like the thighs, the ass? Y'all be like, let me get a breast. Y'all eat like the lower parts of the body. But in perspective, the breast, think of chicken. Ain't the breast more than like the thigh or the leg? You get my point? I'm not saying price wise it is. I wouldn't know. But in perspective of your mind, you say like you want a drumstick, a thigh, a leg, a breast. Get it? The breast is like more. When you talking status in the past, it's like I said. You had vegans, this was your lowest in status. They had to eat like the vegetables. A little higher up, they get to eat grain and shit. A little higher up, they eating fish and, desserts. Higher up than that, they eating meats. Meaning your kings and stuff like that would have had the pleasures of eating meat. Chicken, steak, things like this. Not a common person. You get my point? They ain't got the bread, the resources, nothing for that. So your common peasant would have been a vegetarian. What else is he gonna be? You get my point? He ain't got no weapons. He ain't got no power to hunt. Like, you get my point? I'm talking early Babylon. And so I'm giving y'all a perspective. Above meat, you have flesh. It's like humans. You have, I don't want y'all to think like, they are cannibals, I guess you could say, but I don't want you to think like monster. And some of y'all like fish. You don't eat higher up than fish. You like, I don't eat chicken and I don't eat beef and I don't eat nothing higher than fish. You have people that don't eat fish. They stop maybe at like grain, porridge. They say like, I eat porridge and vegetables and fruit, but I don't eat like. You got people that go above that. They eat flesh. Say like, I prefer to eat flesh. It's a richer diet. If you talking meat, ain't no animal cleaner than a human. Now, human made, well, the animals have disease too, but you get my point? If you talking a baby animal or a baby human, which one you think is cleaner in terms of meat? Because animals is nasty. At least we know humans ain't as dirty as animals. And so when you looking at it from a pure perspective, see, y'all biased. Say fuck a pig is less than a deer. But y'all view yourselves as above in meat to these things. You supposed to eat no person? Meat is meat. Meaning if you're looking from the higher perspective, an animal or man, meat is meat. And so now when you judging the meat according to the lifestyle of the creature, well, ain't no animal cleaner than a human. And so when you get to your kings of old, they eat people. It's just real. Like, the same way kings eating meat, they eating the higher up body parts in flesh. Meaning they eating brains, eyeballs. A lot of your Chinese dynasties, they have their little feast of the royal. And that's still on the menu. Fish eyeballs, brain. I heard brain pretty good. I don't I never tried it myself, but I heard brain is pretty good if you fry it right, lemon it up. Put a little lemon on it, yeah? You have to make it good. Put some salt on it, some peppers. Season. Like I said, you have people, they eat eyeballs, brains, whatever the case may be. And so the point is, sacrifice is not just to kill people for any reason. You have those that still eat flesh, and then you have those that have their religious, I don't want to say religious beliefs, but their spirit summoning practice beliefs. We talk about your higher ups that kind of rule this whole world, and they kind of give the glory to that entity. Like, I've accomplished this because of you. We set out to do this when I was a fucking bum, so I know you give me the glory. Like, you get my point? They kind of got a pact. And so you have your groups that's still in the sacrifice for whatever the reason is, whether it be to eat human flesh, sacrificing to a deity or whatever. Let's go back to old times with the priests. They are part of the king's court. So nobody dealing with the king. You want to bring your tithes to the king, which would be an animal or whatever you do for a living. You might be like a shepherd, somebody that till a soil, meaning you grow like vegetables. And so you bring in 10% to the king, pay your tithes. Same way y'all pay y'all tithes, but it's called taxes now. But so that's the same shit from old. You get my point? In the past, they had to pay tithes if they lived in the Babylon, the city. Today, y'all have to pay taxes if y'all live in the Babylon. But these is fundamentals of old, just carried over into now. Sacrifice being the fundamentals of a Babylon. You get my point? And so in the past, they pay their tithes through whatever they do. They ain't got money representing the resources. They just got their resources. And so you get it? But they not dealing with the king. They gonna bring it to the king's court, meaning his lower halves. So he got priests and jesters and all kind of many different levels of ranks beneath him. In regards to like you bringing your tithes, your sacrifice, that's gonna be dealt with the priest, and they are part of the Babylon. It's just like y'all cities. Y'all have religions in y'all cities, but they are part of the Babylon. If you go to lands that ain't been colonized yet and you just got indigenous people running around, they know nothing of y'all religions. Think of the John Call Chinese guy, and he tried to like teach the Bible to the Sentinel Island people. They indigenous. They arrowed at him on sight because they don't know nothing he talking about. A book, a religion? Man, shut up. It's just a Babylon thing. And so sacrifice go back a long time. I could do a 4-hour video on this, but the main thing I want you guys to grasp is if you want to be a rapper in today's times, you may want to consider being something else because that business has been infiltrated by your sacrifices. And so you see how y'all dying every day? When XX Temptation died, I did a video. I said, man, y'all gonna be dying every week. Then it's gonna go up from there like every day. This probably was 2017 when I said that. Y'all don't be paying me no mind. So here y'all are. Mind you, I told y'all 3 years earlier, just like when Trump got put in the office, I'm the one that told y'all he was. Everybody said he was going to lose because it was unheard of. Like, why would Trump win? That's stupid. Some of y'all take the glory now, like, no, I said he was going to win. No, you didn't. Man, y'all was on my ass when I said. Y'all know I say the shocking things of the time. But it don't be shocking to me. I just be speaking the truth. I don't know y'all gonna have a whole heart attack about it. So when I said Trump was gonna win, I didn't know y'all was gonna have a heart attack about it. I didn't know y'all was bought out and was pretending y'all hated Trump. I thought it was still like it always was. Where y'all rap about Trump and pretend y'all want to be like Trump. The big money Trump. So I'm like, yeah, Trump gonna win. But I didn't know y'all was like against him. So it wasn't shocking to me when I said it. But I realized it was to y'all. And he won. Then y'all forget I had already pre-told y'all he was gonna win. Y'all out here dying every day. A new Chicago rapper just died. I think two died yesterday. I wouldn't even know. A Trouble, somebody named Trouble. I'm not in the hip hop no more. I know what it is, so I ain't even helping y'all kill yourselves. So I don't know who. I don't listen no more. You get it? Hip hop ain't something that's done in the park by the people having a good fucking time filling on butt cheeks. Ain't that no more. It's some other weirdo shit where you die and you learn how to not have no morals whatsoever. If you in hip hop and you like, damn, niggas is dying so much, that ain't by accident, champ. And you were part of that, meaning you one of those that could be sacrificed. Like I said, they're letting y'all do it on y'all own. Meaning y'all, they're drawing y'all into the sacrifice circle, this being the industry, and from there they manipulate y'all into sacrificing yourselves by controlling the tempo of the music, the way y'all carry yourselves, and the things that y'all do. This is all alchemy when you're dealing with the music. So you get my point. The music in itself that y'all are making in today's times, that right there should be proof enough to y'all. Like, yeah, they're manipulating y'all to die. If you rapping about somebody that got killed, disrespecting them, nobody would do that in the past. That's completely fucking stupid. That's like asking to die. You already got away with the murder. Now you want to, you get it? Who's really that fucking dumb? You get my point? I mean, I come from a time if you have to lay somebody down, you ain't at ease with it. You feel a little bad, but what gotta be done, gotta be done. So you like fucking, but you're not about to brag on it. That's like asking to die. Like, yeah, I want to die. Most people, they get low after that. They like, yeah, I just overstepped my bounds, meaning I killed somebody, so I've overstepped my goddamn bounds. I need to fall back. Meaning, ain't no killer in the past ever felt good about knocking somebody noodles out their head. That was not. That ain't nobody plans in life. Your plan is to get your money, do whatever you do, and if like you get it in the daytimes, that's your plan to knock people down and then rap about it and say dumb shit. But that's all that's needed for y'all to get killed. You get my point? And so they're setting the environment for y'all to kind of sacrifice yourselves. Y'all do it. And so it happens. Of course, you have your J. Cole's, your Kendrick Lamar's. They don't partake in y'all foolishness, so they not. They gonna have to get sacrificed like Prince and Michael Jackson. You know the old school way. They don't fall for the manipulation where you just sacrifice your own fucking self. But I'm just giving y'all a perspective. You got all kind of rappers. Some of them, they sacrifice their own fucking self by going to the industry and falling into all the manipulation games, and they be knowing what's manipulation games. Some is young. That's why the industry focus on recruiting people young. You get it? It's about the innocent. You don't want to sacrifice no old crusty ass nigga like me. You feel me? Because I'm old. Like, you know what I'm saying? He look like he's young and he'll do. But then when you get to the nitty gritty, you like, no, he's just the old fart. He's not good enough. That's it. He got grandkids? Oh yeah, they'll do. Like, so I gotta school my grand. Like, listen, young man, you want to be a scientist or something else. You don't want to be like, you want to rap, shit. You gonna die. Out of mindset said he is right. They sacrificed the Baal Mullah, which is an ancient practice used in 4th century by Menes. The tradition is still accustomed today. Y'all have to remember, life was brought forth because of the sacrificing or killing of a god. That's why I keep explaining that to y'all. Your fallen life making man out of clay and then sacrificing the god to the clay. Of course, the clay is your menstrual cycle. Menstrual becomes men, meaning menstrual cycle is where your egg cell is. Your egg cell is what becomes the body of a person. Men is like mankind. It's not to say just a man, but mankind. And so when you said 4th century by the Menes, that's what Menes means, like menstrual. They're speaking of before man, the progenitors of man. And so the progenitors of man or the body of man would be your deity within the menstrual cycle. That's making the egg cell. You get my point? Now we live in a body, so you have to like use your understanding of your internal body to understand the outer world. But this all has to do with that, meaning physical life manifests forth. If you've seen my video where I explain how all was light and how darkness was created, and then the entity within the darkness doing their sorcery, which is basically your menstrual cycle magic, menstrual blood. They're basically saying the entity within a woman before a woman even was, meaning you had menstrual cycle blood before a woman was, and you have entity in it. This is your microscopic levels of life. And they're responsible for that egg cell or that pre-body emerging every month. That's they sorcery, they alchemy. Y'all don't know how to do that. If I tell y'all, here's some menstrual blood, make it go through its cycle and make an egg cell come, y'all don't know what to do. Woman body just do it on her own, but it ain't her body doing it. It's the deity or the entity within her. The microscopic life that control the menstrual. It's your primordial germ cells. You're fallen. Men have fallen within them. And they balls, sperm cells. These levels of life predate man. You get my point? And so when you read text and they say the gods made man out of clay or a clot, like in Islam, Allah made man out of a clot. Speaking of that, your substances, the exhale, which is the body of man, and semen, which is the blood of the sacrificed God. But this is all before physical life. When a man ejaculates out semen, that white Holy Ghost, that's a reminder that a God was sacrificed for physical life to be. And every time a body or physical world is born, so you're going to always have the ghost come or be sacrificed. Meaning when a man is ejaculating out semen, it's like the beginnings all over again, but in perspective, that is the beginning. Y'all are just seeing it externally instead of internally. You get my point? Y'all are not seeing how the sperm cells are caught up. Like how it says in the Bible, the Lord of hosts gonna come and the soul's gonna be caught up in midair. Y'all ain't seeing the sperm cells get snatched up or caught up and mixed and mingled in with the rest of the cells. You know, the white blood cells, all of those cells that's in the semen, and brought into bloody hell. This is where the egg cell is. And this is how you get physical life, our bodies. Of course, our whole universe is a body. And so this is how it started, with the sacrifice of God. This is why in Christianity, Jesus is God, He's sacrificed. Y'all worship the sacrifice of God, or the killing of God. But this go back to old. Everything go back to old. And so it's the same in every religion. You get my point? In Islam, they believe in the Kaaba. This is the body, the house of God. Again, the fallen lords are the gods made man out of clay, and then they killed the God and put him in it with his intellect. You get it? Like that. And so Islam worships this body that was made by the fallen, the Kaaba. Of course, most of them don't know it. I'm sorry, my eyelashes is long. They tend to go in my eyes. But Islam is based on that. The fallen fashioning the body, or the Kaaba, the egg. So you get my point? It's all it's all it's all old days to the fallen, are the progenitors of man. And so y'all don't understand these stories when y'all read them. But at the nutshell, or the in a nutshell, what it's saying is physical life is a result of the fallen doing their sorcery and killing a God. When you're dealing with Christianity, the God is Jesus. He is killed. Y'all speak from the perspective of the fallen, meaning y'all worship the fallen and their great sacrifice, which is God. You know, the shit they gonna pay for, but they don't care. Like, this shit go deep. Y'all don't understand. I don't want you to think that God is over the fallen. The fallen are the fallen. The God is, think like a baby in regards to adults. Baby is purer and more than the adults, but not. You get it? Like that. So y'all worship the sacrifice of the God from the perspective of the fallen. In regards to rappers, I don't want to get too far off the topic, but I'm gonna go into, everything. In regards to rappers, sacrifice practices have evolved, meaning sacrifice people like they did in the past. Like they bring them into the church house and sacrifice them out. Like I said, church and religion is kind of dwindling off, but y'all do have hip hop. This y'all new religion, and so the same way people was lured into the church house, y'all are lured into the hip hop industry. and that y'all become sacrifices and y'all kind of spread the word of this reckless behavior. So an artist is like an ancient jester, the mouthpiece for the king. Meaning behind the scenes, an artist is just the mouthpiece for the elites. Whatever it is their agenda is, they pump it and promote it as if it's their own. So if you see artists say, man, I got some new shoes out, the shoe company got some new shoes out, and they just promoting it, being the face for it, so it sell. They make their money that way. You get my point? They're like the mouthpiece for elites y'all wouldn't deal with otherwise. So it's kind of like use the people to get the people. So the point I was making with the hip hop thing is this: you're gonna have big artists dying. You've been getting a lot of small sacrifices, up and comings, and notice how they die as soon as they get their deal. Like Nipsey Hussle got killed not too long after he got his deal. And if y'all check all the new young that's getting killed, they just got deals when they, get clocked out. And so, peace and wisdom, Bailey Taylor. Salam, shalom, champ. You don't got to. This is what you can do, Bailey Taylor. You said, I'm sorry about my attitude the other day. To your reply, I was out of line. When you talk to your mother and your father out of fucking line, you be sure you do that same thing with them. And then you come do it with me. You get some order. You get my point? Simple thing they grasp. Because I'm sure you talk to your mama like fucking dirt when you feel like it. So y'all just need a little order. Meaning the young, y'all just need a little morals. And so you start there. Respect your mother in the same way you going out your way to respect me. Respect your mother like that. She wiped your ass, not me. I'm just giving you wisdom, and so you make sure you give back. Fair enough, right? Salam. He said, I hear you. He ain't. He ain't about to go say sorry to his mother. He ain't gonna go say sorry to his mother for cursing out. I already know that shit. He mad I told him that. How crazy, man. In any event, you gonna have big name stars click clocking out. Things is about to get a lot worse. Gas gonna be $10. Meaning that's gonna when fall come back, it's gonna be 10. Ain't never going back down. This happened with cocaine back in 2004. Joint went up to 35 a gram. It never went back down ever since them times. I'm moving and shaking back in 2004. I'm collaring niggas up and shit like, what the fuck you mean 35 blood? You trying to play me? I'll take the whole plate right now for free. Stealing it. Like, I ain't giving you nothing now because you trying to play me. I had to call hella niggas back with an apology. Like, I'm sorry, that is the right price. I thought you was shaking me down. So I say, like, yeah, I'm old school. You can't shake me down, get caught shaking me down, and then I don't kind of shake you down. Like, you get it? It's like you try to rob me, but then I grab the gun. I gotta rob you. Like, it's just fair shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not a monster. You are. You tripping. Like, so I thought the Connects was trying to play me, say 35. It don't jump from 27 to 35. So who? Why? Who win? Now this is during the time of Bush and the war. Man, that thing went up to 35. They gonna hit y'all with a little drop. Meaning the gas gonna go up to like 7 or something. Then it's gonna drop back down to 5. And y'all gonna be like, yeah. Y'all gonna think 5 is the normal. Meaning how like right now y'all complaining about 5. That's fine. Don't worry about that. When they jack it up to 8, then y'all gonna be crying. They gonna drop it back down to 5. Y'all gonna love 5 so much. Y'all gonna forget gas was 2. That's how they do it. They did the same shit with the yayo. They dropped it back down to 32. So yeah, it's almost back. It was nowhere near back to the normal price, but better than 35. Point I'm making, it went back up to 35 and it's high right now. Meaning 16 years later, It is best not to sell drugs because you won't make shit. Whoever's selling drugs ain't making shit if you know how to ad. So you don't have to lie to yourself when you see everybody running online. Say, why everybody online? Because you can't make no money off cocaine. Do you see the price? They make 25 cents. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm sorry to all the drug dealers out there still fronting. Niggas out there mad as shit. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to spill the beans. Those of y'all that can add, it ain't worth it. Make you some videos of, I'll get a real job or something, I don't know. But don't try to be a drug dealer unless you want to be broke. Because the price too high. And so the point I'm making is gas like that. The price of gas is going to be $10. But they just bringing y'all there. You know? It's a process. It might jump up to $15. Then when they drop it to 10, y'all going to be happy for it to be 10. Y'all going to forget gas was $2.50. And you get my point? And so just keep your eyes open. Meaning y'all better start to make y'all adjustments ahead of the curve. Some of y'all going deeper and deep. I mean, they going to make y'all pay more and more for anything they can as long as y'all do it. You get my point? Meaning y'all have to start to adjust and say, okay, they will make me pay $100 for gas for a gallon if everybody keep fucking paying, right? You get my point? Man, some of y'all gonna be paying whatever the cost is of whatever you get my point? And so you have to get to a point where you say, okay, I'm checking out because I ain't gonna have no life or nothing like that. Again, they got y'all paying gas costs more than milk and shit. That part. Look at the price of apartments. You get my point? And so y'all gotta pay attention to these things because they not coming down. It's the new price. Y'all coming into a new era. That means new prices. New fundamentals, cat daddy. Out with the old and with the new. Whoever can't keep up with the new prices is gonna get rubbed to the side. You get it? You gotta keep the poverty more than the wealth. So then they just keep raising the bar. Take away from the wealthy side. You got a bunch of impoverished motherfuckers, but you got wealth too. You just start shaving off at the bottom of the wealth. Raise the prices all at the bottom of the wealth, they fall off into the poverty. Those of y'all that's impoverished trying to pretend you wealthy, you gonna be more impoverished. Meaning you gonna be in a hole. Poor is when you in negative. Meaning if you got a bill that you gotta pay, whether it's a car note or this note or that note, that means you not broke. You negative broke. Like broke is zero. Where you just don't have shit and you don't owe. Once you owe, you went past zero. You went the other way. You in debt. That's what this city's based on. Hold on, I swear. Just hurt. Hopefully y'all grass though. Not taking offense either. And why y'all ain't telling me I had on the wrong hat? I was wondering why y'all wasn't taking it serious. Well, let me get adjusted. That crown of Lucia out, man. So we're playing games with King Uzi. Uzi? Okay, we good to go. Not sure why y'all didn't tell me. Are we straight? I'm sure it's not crooked. I pat my crowns like it's a fro. Big Lucia shit. Now, where was I at? I completely forgot where I was at. Y'all gonna have to refresh my memory. If anyone wants to give back, I don't mind if you do. You can click the description arrow. All of my links are there. I believe in balance. I you guys don't. either. I forgot where I was, but if you're an up and coming rapper, or an older new rapper, be careful. Y'all in the sacrifice party, that business has been infiltrated, and you get my point? Those that eat flesh, those that sacrifice people to their God, so to say. So y'all for that. Of course, this is done on a whole city level as well. Ukraine wars, all these things is just fronts for mass sacrifice. You get my point? They go deep. I don't want to say too much. Now let's get into religion. Of course, physical life starts with your sacrificing of a god. So you have Christianity, as I always explain to y'all, and how they believe in the sacrifice of God for their sins. They don't care about Jesus. They care about Jesus dying. But they don't realize it. They're just followers. You get my point? But this go all the way back to your beginnings before man, when man was being made from a clot. And you get my point? And God was being sacrificed into it. Like I said, you have the Atrahasis, many different ancient texts explaining that. Even when Islam, you got Iblis and Adam, and Allah and all the angels came around Adam, which is the body of man. Your menses, you get it? Menses, menstrual cycle, whatever words you like better. But so Allah's telling them to get in, meaning Iblis, the sacrifice. Go die, nigga, get inside that body. But we're speaking of the universal body and the whole physical life coming into being. From there, you get the same story over and over again. Meaning, reproducing is like repeat. And so, it's the same. Now, a lot of y'all get lost. Y'all say, man, y'all think it's just a Christian thing. It ain't just Christianity, it's Islam too. All the religions, y'all believe in the devil. So if you go to Islam, they believe in Allah, meaning Allah. Al is the, La is the L sound. La 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 la. Let's go back to ancient times. Babylon or Baba, like La La Land. Babylon or a city is La La Land. Ain't just Disney. Disney is a place in Babylon. But before you had Disney, the world of make-believe and shit, Babylon was that first, meaning the city. You come into the city, you in La La Land, they doing wild, weird shit, sacrificing the gods, they believe in strange shit. They have their strange rituals. That part. Y'all believe in Allah, of the God of La La Land. Lala. Allah. The La. La La, La La. You can't tell the difference between La and La. It's the same. La is the sound of the L. And the root word of L is lie. You get my point? And so, Islam, they believe in the devil. Lie. La 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 la. Allah. In the many names of Allah. Al-Rahim. You feel me? Like, this shit ruthless, blood. You have to grasp. Now, it's the same religion as Christianity. The God in Christianity is L, E-L. That's how you spell an L. And so, la 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 la. It's all about the L. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Sound is the creator. Like I said, the devil is just the dark realms, the dark space, the sound, the vibration. Words and letters are sounds. Again, y'all worship the devil. Y'all worship La. Christianity worship the same God, just the masculine aspect. E-L, which is the letter L. So, now, Islam worship the body. Christianity worship the sacrificing of the spirit. Meaning they worship the sacrificing of the God, Christianity. the masculine side of things, where your fallen angels are below, and the spirit of God, this is semen, the Holy Ghost, raises them up. Well, in perspective, this God is being killed. It's like a trade. And so you get my point? Yay. Hope you sure is a girl. Said I need food, daddy. Satan? Is that you? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know y'all know I'm not good with trolls. I get to start out playing and trolling them back. I can't help myself. You send me in a DMT. Send me in the DMT realms. I'm a hunting fucking. I'm hunting machine elves and shit, trying to bring them back out of dream. DMT just a dream realm. You just bring y'all into dream instantly. That's where the fallen is. But that's a whole nother topic. You're gonna have to stop, brother. I'm gonna let you go. I know how y'all Africans get down, man. I be on here begging online, but it's a scam. Y'all be in Africa living quite well. On here playing bum. Don't come here playing bum, champ. There's real bums in America. These motherfuckers is ruthless. They so gangster because they hurt and pain because they a bum. You on here flexing, talking about you ain't eat. A nigga that ain't eat stealing. He done with asking. When he got down to his last 3 meals, he asked. Niggas was like, no, I ain't got it. So then, after he ate all his shit, he like, I ain't about to ask, I'm just taking. So if you ain't had no food, you wouldn't be asking. You'd be stealing. Salam, shalom. I'm Big Usid. I know everything. I've been through everything. You can't get nothing over on me. I know all scenarios. I'm just telling you. He left. He said Africa the poorest nation. Bullshit. It's called bullshit scolded. He's lying. There's exotic animals in gold. He's a fucking liar. Africa's a nation of Kana. Great nation of Kana. Brother, are you in Eritrea? If you don't get your African ass out here. That's why the Pan-Africans be running around here lying all day. They get that from y'all. We got Americans that claim they Africans like y'all. These motherfuckers is low lives just like y'all. Lying and shit. Nah, how you doing on here right now? Pretend you broke and shit. They be lying about all kind of crazy shit. These niggas said they was God. They said a black woman is God. I said, but how's I black? They want to fight me. Can you believe that shit? They mad at me. They want to fight and argue with Big Who said. We gonna black your wild next, Scan Betty. Listen. Listen, man. FIFA fofa. Let me stop bothering y'all. Y'all know I got that swag. I better piss a nigga off till he wanna kill me for real. I just go on my own accord. Nigga, fuck what you talking about. Check this out, champ. FIFA fofa. Big giants. Big eagle. Get out of my face, nigga. He said, I need a visa to Atlanta. I'm gonna let you go, champ. I want you to stay so you can get this wisdom, but in the words of Noriega, you gotta relax. You just have to relax. You just have to take it easy, man. I does. Like I said, you marry me. Blood, I'm not homosexual. Why would I marry you? You don't ask if I got a sister or somebody to marry. You just want to marry me? You supposed to rub our chests together? Is that how homosexuals like show intimacy? They do football chest bump? Yeah. Honey, I'm home. Niggas do the football chest bump. I don't want no problems with homosexuals, so I'm just going, you feel me? I'm just going to leave shit alone. I apologize. Salam, shalom. Please, brother, move along. I don't. This nigga right here. Got definitely got his thumb in his butt. Positive. Positive he got his thumb in his butt. He's the blueprint of that. Now, where was that? Explaining how Islam and Christianity is the same religion. In both worship the El or the lie. And so it starts with the lie. I mean, the sound is the creator. That sound is Allah's. This is your ancient understandings. And so in the past, they didn't mind worshiping the devil. Like, it was cool of them. At some point, I guess after you fuck yourself over, then you like, yeah, this ain't that cool. Maybe I shouldn't. You know? Motherfuckers get on drugs, then it's all cool. They have their drug addict parties. Then at some point, they like, yeah, I don't think we should have did this. Like that. When you go to early, man, they had no problem worshiping the spirits and the devils. That shit was cool to them. Like, life had just came forth from the fallen one sacrificing God. So they like, yeah, this shit is cool. Look what they did. We can do it too. So this is why y'all have y'all little strange blood rituals and DMT parties, and you get it? It's all a mimic of what was done before man was brought forth. You know, your fallen lords and the alchemy and sorcery they know. So you gotta understand the menstrual cycle is like voodoo. They're fashioning like voodoo dolls out of the menses. So when you see a woman have an egg cell every month, the primordial entity within her, they fashioning voodoo dolls. Put the spirit of God in that thing. So we all just the spirit of God trapped in this voodoo doll body. You get it? We are the sacrificed God in the body, lost now. Worshipping our own sacrifice, or the repeating of this sacrifice that always happens. Your daddy had sperm cells in his balls. Your mama had egg cells in her womb before you was even thought of. You was sacrificed for that. You get my point? And now you the sacrifice God that was put in the clay. Like Islam say, Allah made man out of a clot. An egg cell, menstrual cycle nastiness. If you go to the Atrahasis, they say they slaughtered the God in their assembly and they mixed him in with the clay. The clay is the body of man. But in its menstrual cycle state, you know, when it's an egg cell and it's clay and putty like. And so it's speaking of those fallen entities, the progenitors of man. And physical life come forth from the sacrificing of a God. This ain't a good thing, but it's good for the fallen. They wouldn't give a fuck. God can die. They need to live. Y'all know what happens to, like, if egg cells don't get used, y'all know what happens to all of that, right? If sperm cells don't get used, you know what happens to them, right? That part. They done. So they need this to happen. And so we just the semen are the substance, that Holy Ghost that manifests forth and raise them up. And so in that we come into the world of death. So you figure those primordial entities, this being your afterlife or dream state of existence. You have the primordial darkness, then you have afterlife or dream before you get the physical life. In afterlife or dream, they are fashioning and doing all of this. Afterlife and dream correlates with your internal vessel. And before your internal vessel is just space and darkness. So you got the darkness, the afterlife or dream. It's the same thing. A dream is like going forward. And afterlife is like going backwards. Like when you alive and you going forward, then you have dreams. When you die, then you going backwards and shit. So, afterlife. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but it's quite simple. And so these fallen entities, these are your fallen angels. Sperm cells, primordial germ cells that become egg cells. These entities are doing their alchemy or their sorcery. Now they look like pharaohs, meaning they have the acrosomes or the headdresses on. They're glorious, the shining ones. Of course, y'all know sperm cells are shiny because semen is shiny. So But this is who they're speaking of. I don't want y'all to just think on the microscopic level of life. The whole physical universe came into existence like this. Meaning the whole physical universe is like a body in a womb. And it got there because of, you get it? These entities that carry over in the body. Meaning the body is created. And this is after menstrual cycle and semen. And then these entities find themselves below in these bodies now, meaning they can't escape it. They thought they did, but they can't. So this is why in the Bible and stuff it say like the devil gonna have his time to roam around, but he's still gonna end up back below. So think before bodies you have menstrual cycle, substance, and the entities that live there in that realm of living. And then you have semen, or you have sperm cells below in a man's balls. Now y'all can't see these levels of life, meaning y'all can't see cells. Y'all only know about cells because of the organism. And so all the levels of life beneath organism is your unseen realms, or your dark realms, your hidden realms. You get my point? Y'all only know about these things when they manifest out in the organism. They make the physical body. You get my point? And so it's like voodoo magic. Like the fallen ones know they sorcery. And so they make the menstrual cycle. They make the menses come. The blood is like mud. They fashion their voodoo dolls off egg cells. And then on the masculine side of things, they're sacrificing gods, like killing them and putting the blood of God or the ghost. This is why semen look like grayish and ghostly, like white and grayish and ghostly, like. And that Lord of hosts is sacrificed into the egg. And so here we are. Y'all all worship from the perspective of the fallen, even though y'all truly, the sacrificed God, are one with that thing. This is why Jesus, which is a falsehood, the name, not the character. The name is a falsehood, but the character, YHWH, this is why it says y'all are one with Jesus, like the same. Y'all all come from the Father. So, Christianity, Islam, they worship the fallen. This is why y'all have no problem with God being sacrificed for y'all sins. Because y'all worshiping from the perspective of the devil and the fallen. Now you go to Hebrew Israelites. They're supposed to be Jews of the Torah. But they read from the Bible and they worship YHWH in a false name. No different than Christians. Christians worship YHWH, the sacrificing of this God, but they call him Jesus. Why? I don't know. Hebrews of today, they ain't even supposed to deal with that because they're supposed to be Jews of the Torah. But they read the Bible, they worship YHWH by calling them Yahweh, Yeshua, and a whole bunch of other stuff. That has nothing to do with the name. It's important that Jesus, or the Lord of hosts, has no individual name, because then it takes away from the point of the Lord of hosts in wholeness. God is whole. If I'm a whole conglomerate or choir, to give me an individual name or just acknowledge me is a disrespect to what I am, which is a whole conglomerate. A whole choir moving on one accord. That part. Y'all call this God, which is a multitude. It represents before darkness, the realms of light when all is whole. There's no separation in light. And so, of course, one of the lights was proud. And this is how darkness came into being. Because if you're a proud light, then this means you wish to stand out. And the only way to stand out amongst light is to be the opposite of it, dark. And so this is how darkness, the realms thereof, became. And so Satan is the realms. Then you have the entity in the realm. And so That's your fallen entities of the menstrual, and those below in the abyss. When you get the bodies, below in the abyss is a man's balls, and y'all know where the menstrual cycle half below is. That's bloody hell. Fiery bloody hell. And so, but this is on a universal level too, meaning y'all bodies is like the universe on a micro level. But on a macro level, you have all this transpiring. And so you get my point? Y'all worship the killing or sacrificing of God. Y'all don't worship the preserving, the bringing awareness of that. Like, hey guys, y'all do realize we worship Jesus is going to get sacrificed and die for our sins. That ain't really honest. We should just clean up our act and not sin, and God doesn't have to die. And you're not never going to hear a Christian say that. They not going to never be like, well, let's just remove the God dying part. Maybe we clean up our act. And even if we can't, then we just die. Fuck it. You ain't gonna hear that. Because they worship the devil, my nigga. And so, souls have to be worshipped for the devil. You get my point? That's what it's all about. Like, souls being brought to below to keep the devil company. And then God getting sacrificed after that. We're making the devil darkness. This is the devil's perspective. Like, he just wanted to be better than the lights. He didn't want to be the darkness. So, like, he did it to himself, but he blamed others. You know, like how y'all do. Y'all fuck yourselves over, then y'all find somebody to blame for it. Like, it's really their fault because whatever. So, liar shit, you know, beginnings of existence shit. And so grasp. Salam, Billy. Tell I'll get to y'all questions in a second. And so, you have religions exploiting y'all perspective, meaning y'all think it's okay to worship the death of God. And that's absurd. You get my point? That is not, that is not, that's the sin. I mean, y'all have no clue what y'all are doing. So y'all kind of pay for these things by being one with the world, trying to fit in with the worldly things. That be religion. Now, if you're a Hebrew Christian and somebody in Islam, you should be clear that you worship the devil. Meaning this all has to do with bodies getting fashioned, the body of man, we speak in menstrual, and the spirit of God being sacrificed and put into the body. So this is all a man is. A man is a body that was fashioned by the fallen. This body being made out of blood and clay. You know, menstrual cycle blood got flesh in it. So the blood is the clay or the putty, and the flesh within it, you get it? It makes for the clay. And this is where the alchemy is being done by these primordial deities within the menstrual. They're creating the menstrual and fashioning the egg cell, which is the body, just a body without a spirit or a soul or intellect, just a dead carcass. Then the spirit of God or God is sacrificed on the masculine side of things, you get it? And brought to the body. So a man is just a killed or slain God in the clay. You get it? Meaning y'all are slain gods sacrificed to the clay by the fallen. You get it? You say, well, fallen. The fallen that you find in your lower parts now. Meaning the fallen made man, which is body, with the soul of God in it. And then they get to live inside this body and world and control it. You get it? Y'all control the external, not the internal. But these fallen find themselves in the lowest part of the body, basically back where they started. They basically bring their fallen reality out physical. It's like bringing dream physical. So in dream, you have a whole bunch of people you interact with, but these are not the people that you know in real life. You have a dream your mother did, but your mother really in the other room cooking and you just taking a nap. And so you have the fallen in dream realm or afterlife. They mimic any shape, whatever they want. It ain't physically stuck or real all the way. And so they are stuck in them dead realms. And you know, the end of dream is unconsciousness, or the end of nightmare is unconsciousness, deadness. And so they're trying to avoid that reality, meaning the fallen don't go into unconscious immediately, but they exist in dream state. This is before physical life. You get it? You have world of light. You have the proud light amongst this realm of light, where all the entities is light. Nothing overshines anything, just adds to the glory of the light. Now all moves whole as one accord, like a congregation, a choir. One light decides, no, I'm better than y'all. I would like to be the most high or the most brightest. And so the only way you can see a light amongst the other lights is to make it a dark light. And that's all darkness is light inward. Instead of light projecting, light going inward. And so this is how you have your dark realms, or Satan, which is just a dark space. And then you have the entity within it. And so they make for their dream existence or afterlife existence. This is before physical. But it's not real, you get it? It's not physical where it's stuck. And so they live in that existence, eventually becoming one with the darkness, meaning just adding to the dark space. But before that happens, they say, okay, let's do our sorcery. Fashion a menses, get your menstrual cycle. They make voodoo dolls, all man out of clay. This clay being an egg cell, but it's still clay or a clot. And then on the masculine side of things, they have the fallen sperm cells below. This is your men of old, the great great gods. They dead already. So they already know this is my end result. You get it? I'm going to dwell in this dream realm, afterlife, state of existence, eventually passing off into the abyss. Being like, you get it? When y'all see the stars up above at night, same thing. It's like for y'all to say, okay, that's the end result. To be a shining consciousness, you know, a rising, setting sun, wake up, go to sleep. To basically be that outside of my body or in it, just dead. And so they like, hell nah, fuck that. And so, you get it? They sacrifice God from the side of light. Like, get him in here, blood, and kill him. And this is how, with that light and life, it makes the whole dark realm or what is fallen manifest out. You get my point? So everything y'all see here, it just come from like DMT world, which is dream realm or afterlife. This is why when people do DMT or they happen to think that they died, then they see like children shit. Like riddles and children riddles. And you get my point? And because they going all the way back, like first they gonna see like their loved ones, what they familiar with currently. Then you get it? The mind start drifting back farther. All the way to when you get to when you was 5 years old and shit. But it's all external of you. You get it? Meaning you ain't in body, so your thoughts is just all around you. And you thinking when you 5 years old, so then like children riddles and shit. And children characters is attacking you, and you like, what the fuck? Like that. They going closer and closer to the abyss. And so, I'm not sure if y'all grasping what I'm saying, but they manifest the physical world by means of their alchemy. They made the menstrual cycle of the egg cell, the body of man, and then the spirit of God, all what y'all know is semen, was sacrificed to it. That being a real person, a Lord of hosts. This is before physical life. Now you know once semen go into the egg cell, now you get a physical body. And so the semen or the spirit inside the body going to control the body on the external world, meaning it's going to be born out into physical life where things is fixed. And because of that, everything internally is going to be fixed. You get it? And so for the cell of the micro levels of life within it that y'all cannot see, they are one with the dead, or the unseen realms. Now they have physical existence too. Do you get it? But they find themselves below as well at some point. And so you get my point? The God is sacrificed to decay and born out into the physical life, no matter what level you're speaking of. If you speak in universal level of life, so the black hole is the penis hole. Galaxies, which is sperm cells, they get sucked out of there, sacrificed to the egg cell on the other side. And then you have bodies being born out on a universal level. But you still have all transpiring within it. You get my point? It's like fallen warship. I need to try DMT. Yeah, you were quite disturbed, Bailey. Now I have to take a tinkle. I apologize. When I come back, I'm getting to the Pan-African and how they worship the devil. That way y'all can see how everybody worship the devil in the whole world. Okay, let's get ready to get this over with. Thank you guys for the give and receive that y'all didn't give. Motherfuckers wouldn't pay to save y'all souls for shit. I bought y'all alcohol and y'all cigarettes and shit for the day. I bought y'all food. That registered in any lost soul's brain, but you spent your money on your junk today, right? Shalom, shalom. Now, when you're dealing with Pan-Africans, their god is Pan. This is your ancient devil. This is your goat. It's a perverted entity. Has to do with sacrifice and child sex, things like this. Now, when you're dealing with the Pan-Africans, so they follow that blueprint, meaning they believe in idolatry, you know, all the signs and symbols. They believe in adultery, you know, having a whole bunch of wives and sexual thing. This is by their own saying. Man, I'm not adding on nothing. I'm just helping y'all to see y'all own wrongdoings. You can't say Pan-Africans don't believe in idolatry. You sound fucking crazy. Meaning they worship idols and stuff. You can't say they don't believe in adultery. They believe in polygamy. That part. That's adultery. That part. And so they believe in that ancient deity Pan. You don't have to add Pan to African. You get my point? There's no point to do that. Just be African. Pan is there for a reason. You have to remember, Pan-African community was made to kind of rebel against religion, which is perceived as God worship. You get my point? You have your religions. They believe in God. Not technically, but to the perception, it's supposed to be that. And so you have some of y'all that rebel against those systems. And so when I say Pan-Africans believe in the devil, Do Pan-Africans not have a problem with religion? Religion is God worship, right? Do Pan-Africans not say no, I'm God, and not have a problem with religion? So again, they rebel against religion. This is not my words. This is the reality. They tell you on their own. They don't fuck with religion, they gods. They marry as many bitches as they want, and that's that. Again, you don't know what that is? That's self-glorification, idolatry, adultery, and a whole bunch of other stuff that y'all already know. Now y'all can get mad at me, but I'm just saying what y'all said. I know who the deity Pan is, so I don't know why you be getting mad at me because I know who Pan is and you choose to use it. Don't fucking use Pan. There's nothing good about Pan, so I'm not sure why the fuck. It's like a nigga calling himself Devil African and getting mad because you like, yeah, you worship the devil. Google Pan. The god Pan, so y'all can see for y'all own goddamn self. Black, red, and green, this is pagan colors. They represent night. Get it? Red, this is west. Your red lands is always west when the sun is setting. Of course, black is south, our unconsciousness, the abyss. You get it? Nighttime. Night unconsciousness, this all correlates with south. Evening, west, this is red. You get it? West. Green, your dark colors, represents somewhere in between, you get it? Black and red. And so it's pagan colors, but if you understand colors, colors go with seasons, like, and these seasons correlate to states of being, so to say, like awake, dream, nightmare, unconscious. So I'm not sure if it's clear, but most conscious community or Pan-African followers don't realize that they worship the devil. In their brain, they just rebelling against Christianity and God worship and saying like worship your own self as God and have a bunch of wives. And you get it? They don't realize like, okay, Silas is not antagonizing us. We forgot that the elders that kind of started Pan-African, they wasn't fucking with the Bible when the white people that brought it. And from their perspective, these white people in this Bible got to do with God. And so everything in their actions is a rebel against it. They don't understand that the Bible is about the devil, and all you got is devil worship things to fall into. God is whole, some other thing that ain't got nothing to do with here. Another world of individuality and separate groups and separate things. And so, kind of grass. Braid Boy said, does that mean we already transcended? No, that means y'all was sacrificed to a body, like I said. How you in the body you was sacrificed to, talking about, transcended? Huh? Salam, shalom, love. Thank you for the gift back. I wish it would have came from a masculine loser. It's hard out here for ladies. I take y'all shit too, cause y'all gotta be. I'ma take y'all shit too, cause y'all gotta be balanced souls. Can't nobody get over on the balance. But men need to give back. Women got it hard out here. Like men out here capping too much. You feel me? So like it's falling on the ladies. The shit. Like I'm trying to grasp. Salam, Shalom, Chanel X. Are you there be so many of y'all on here, I don't be remembering. But do I be speaking to you sometimes and you're in Florida, I think? All you gotta do is say yes. Salam, shalom. I'm glad you got a mind to know that. Money circulates, never lost. Salam, shalom. I knew that was you. I'm bugging the hell up. Peace, love. I appreciate your balance. Me and you kind of built up a friendship. Those of y'all that I'm friends with, like I said, friends don't have to pay me. Just be a friend and help me, whatever I'm doing, you know. Those of y'all that I don't know, so give back, be balanced. That's what life is about. Shalom, shalom. Thanks again. Now, where was I at? Let me stick to the topic. You have my number, so you can always hit me up. Now, like I said, the Pan-Africans, they worship the devil like everybody else. Meaning all you have in this life is little puddles of devil worship for y'all to fall into. And so, being as though y'all believe y'all have to worship a God, y'all don't understand that is the devil, then y'all seek out the many different forms to fall into. And then y'all fall into all these strange practices, put a lot of karma on the soul, binding yourselves to never being free to be a part of the whole, so to say. You get it? All is whole, God is whole. That's not one thing or one person. It's doing away with that one thing and one person and status and most highs. That don't exist there. Y'all can't go where it's whole because in y'all mind y'all have a perspective. You get it? Like the proud. Meaning y'all want to be seen above, or y'all either view yourselves as below because of result of those with high ego, make y'all feel lower. But however it bore you, y'all don't understand whole. Y'all still attached to y'all individual names, y'all still attached to individuality in some kind of way. Y'all worship one God above all. God is whole. That means there is no lesser amongst the whole or no greater amongst the whole. Once you got that, you're not dealing with the whole. Once you have a name, you're not dealing with the whole. And so that's what Lord of Hosts means. What comes before the primordial waters are the beginnings of physical life and physical life. So, if you a Pan-African follower, you worship the devil. That's the only one that worships the devil on purpose, though. Because like I said, it's a rebellion against the system. Even though y'all don't realize the system is devil worship too, so it wouldn't... You don't rebel against it by... This shit deep. It's crafty, like I said. Y'all live in a crafty world. These things took place before y'all even was manifested. Meaning before man, this all took place. Menstrual cycles, sperm cells and semen. All of this predates man, however you cut it. So you get it? It's like I always tell y'all, God is really small, my nigga. So like, that's how God stays safe. Y'all can't find God. Say no, God is big. Nah, God's little, you can't find him. Now God is the devil. That's because God is the most high. And when you're dealing with true God, it's just the whole, the choir, the congregation. If I'm a part of the whole, you see how I tell y'all, man, y'all little groups, they forms of separation. You see how I don't join none of y'all? Like that. Because y'all ain't whole. And I have to grasp that. Like, so y'all will never be accepted back into the mind grasped wholeness and what is to be worshipped. You're a part of this wholeness, just not right now because your brain's separate. And worship the devil and shit, you got many layers. But as you grow in awareness, maybe you'll grasp. If not so, like I said, y'all look up above, y'all see the stars in the night sky. These is your fallen angels below in the pits. In the daytime, y'all get to see above. Meaning the universe is a body. A rising, setting conscious. Rises from central brain down to the sacrum. The sacrum is where the fallen angels are the sperm cells. Now, our universe is a whole body. When y'all see the black night sky with the stars in it, so y'all are seeing below because it's nighttime. See how simple that is? It's nighttime, so you're seeing below. In the daytime, y'all are seeing north far above because it's daytime. And so in the daytime, y'all see heaven. Of course, in heaven, when you're dealing with the God of heaven, all is whole. So y'all can't see no individual lights or no individual nothing. Everything is just merged. One wholeness. Say, it's a bunch of lights up there. Yeah, I know it is, but you can't see them separately because they move as one. That's how light do. And when you get to the darkness, so separation. Salam, shalom, here by Saquana. I appreciate your gift back. Y'all just remind me how much the masculine ain't shit. You know? Pac said that, man. He told Big, man, you make your music for the ladies, cause niggas ain't worth shit. So, I want to thank y'all for reminding me that. Like, I just need to worry about teaching women, you know, how they menses work. Cause women is truly the divinity, not men. That's why they hold their hells. Cause y'all losers, y'all can't handle it. You get it? Man's selfish. He's a loser. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it while being a man, but maybe y'all can grasp. It's a deep thing. As a young boy, I always wondered what if the devil was the good one and God was the bad one. Yeah, you're not grasping. There is no God and devil. The devil has a title called God. God and devil is the same person. The devil. Outside of that, you have the whole. And you see how you're struggling to grasp that? This is why you'll never be a part of that whole. So you better grasp it. That part. Y'all playing games on the teaching all this time. Y'all better grasp that shit for y'all clock out. You got into your body. You get it? This shit just real talk. You're gonna stay dumb in your body. That's the goal. For the Babylon you live in. Die in your body dumb. So the glory is fulfilled. And your glory is to not die in the body dumb. Or free yourself from all this devil worship and falsehood that you have attached on yourself, because it's going to attack you when you die. Helping to push you, down into the abyss. Baby Teller said women got it easy. Salam, shalom. When you learn that it's not about men having it easy or women having it easy, and you learn wholeness. When y'all learn wholeness, I'm not sure if y'all have the ability to, but if y'all can, that part, you got a crisscross brain like his, where you say like, no, it's women's fault, no, it's men's fault, no, it's daytime's problem. And if you still seeing things separately, then your mind hasn't evolved to grasp wholeness, and so you'll never be able to worship true God, which has nothing to do with that title. That title is an abomination, but I'm using it because that's all y'all know. And so when y'all grasp wholeness, which is true God, then y'all will grasp how to properly worship, and y'all will benefit off that wholeness. Until then, do it yourself. You get it? You God in this life, you know what you're doing. Handle it. You struggling? Oh well. You were whole, but you're special. So carry on. Handle your handle. So I'm whole. So that's why I laugh a lot and I have fun, but it's truly, it's truly a sad matter. It's a deep thing. People are dying right now. Peace and wisdom, young God. There you go. God and devil is the same person. This is why they're always talking to each other in the Bible. I don't know why y'all don't get. Okay, Christians never read the Bible, that's why, so I have to remember that. Awareness is primordial. It is the original state, beginningless, endless, uncaused, and unsupported, without parts, without change. Awareness is light. Being unaware is unconsciousness. But before you get to awake and unconscious, so you just have light and dark. And light evolves into awareness, and dark evolves into unconsciousness. We speak in minds. I'm way more deeper than you could ever be. I'm just playing. I just wanted you to see that, though. So, now I'm not sure what you were saying. You said awareness is primordial. Mind is first, spirit after, body last. Shalom, shalom. Great Boy G said, "This makes sense. I just started my spiritual journey and this is awesome." Before you start your spiritual journey, remove all your perceptions of what spirituality is. It's all wrong. And then realize you're on a journey of freeing self. Your mind, you have a lot of ideals and strange things that keep you bound and it make you live a certain kind of way. You have thoughts and ideals that you believe in. It make you live a certain kind of way. Young nigga want to be a rapper, so he live a certain kind of way. Get his head blowed off and shit. But it's a matter of his ideals. And this is what spirituality or wisdom is. Meaning there is no spirituality. That's spirit summoning talk. You ain't here to learn that. Meaning you ain't here to learn how to summon spirits. I'll teach you what it is so you can avoid it. But this is about freeing the self, the shedding. You gotta look at self like a caterpillar. So you're gonna cocoon up at some point. So you get my point? You gotta shed that cocoon so you can fly and be a butterfly. But not everybody do. They don't get it. Thanks again here by Saquana. I was thinking about doing, I'm not sure if any of y'all is interested, but I was thinking about doing a 1 week RV excursion or a 1 week gathering, you know? And we go back to primitive times, but the glory of it, because y'all be thinking in the wrong perspective. Meaning we gonna fish and, you get it? Eat organically and do everything how it was done in the past. But when I say that, I know most of y'all minds go back into like ancient times. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about modern times the correct way. Basically, to put just a gathering to see the right way to, live in fellowship. Or, like I said, I want to do an RV excursion and kind of camp out at some of the oldest trees on earth. You know how Muslims go to the Kaaba, circle that building. Well, I deal with life, so visit trees. Trees is important. It's a deep thing. So I was thinking about doing that. Maybe a group of 5 of us rent an RV, ride to different sites, and camp out for the night. So y'all can get a perspective and it's like a fasting from the city, fasting from your everyday hustle and bustle. And so if 5 of y'all interested, email me. I mean, if 5 of y'all, I was thinking about doing it like July 1st through, that way we can be out and about for the 4th of July. Because I ain't really trying to hear a bunch of firecrackers. I'm a little past that age. And so I wouldn't mind being out in nature on 4th of July, eating some fish or something, having good fellowship. We could swim or something, bathe in the lake Takana. Find us a nice lake, bathe in that motherfucking, do some, some good natural shit, just before we die at least. Y'all gotta experience good things. I've bathed in the river before, but I'm not sure if y'all have. It's quite freeing. Like a tub, a bathroom, this is so restricting. It's like a coffin. So, my boy, you take it back to your ancestors when they was outside. Along with nature, they did everything outside. The only time they closed themselves off in casket mode was when they was going into the abyss, which is sleep at night. And they lock themselves away from the life so they stay safe. But once they up, so they out, they in the life. Fresh air, sunlight, good energies from people. It's a deep thing. But if any of y'all are interested, email upscaleknowledge@gmail.com. No funny spellings. If 5 of y'all email me, then we can either do the RV or the other one. Like I said, I want to do it probably like July 1st through. Now, if y'all don't email, I'm more than likely do it my own self. But like I said, y'all can email. If so, I'm figuring if 5 of y'all email, we can get an RV and kind of ride to multiple places. Just bring camping equipment. I guess we can take turns in the RV, however spaced out it is. If it's 5 of us, 3 of us for camp out outside for the night, sleep out. Right around the RV, but just so you have space to lay down. Shift it up. 2 could sleep in the RV this night. The rest could, camp out around it. How they work, like however we feel like it. But the main point is, riding the RV around, seeing the outskirts outside the city limits. It's not a city thing. You're gonna hit the outskirts and see the mountainsides. You get it? The holy sides of things are the parts of things that y'all are kind of kept away from. Sacred parts. This is why y'all don't go into the forest or by the mountains, things like that too much. Type it in the chat. Salam, shalom. Upscale. I don't know how. I don't think I can type in the chat on my end. Well, I can. I just have to do it from here. But hopefully y'all grasp it. It's a deep thing. Y'all like, damn, this nigga Silas is slow. That Mike Tyson shit, like, my back, like. Now, where was that? I'm sorry. My email should be up to any of you guys when they email me. There it is, the same as my website, Upscale Knowledge. Y'all email me. We can figure out what the cost is going to be. I already got a certain amount put aside, so y'all can just like fill in the rest. Right around from July 1st or so. Or we could just, get a nice little space. I know a spot that actually has some shit already built on it, but I gotta see what the price gonna cost. Salam, shalom. I'll check your email when I get off here. Like I said, if you interested, you can email me. You don't necessarily have to be from the state I'm in, because it's not gonna be in this state. So you get it. It wouldn't matter what state you in. We just have to meet up wherever we do. I guess wherever we gonna get the RV or whatever state we agree on. Lock out, relax. Salam, shalom. A lot of y'all need a moment to fast from, online and everything. I'm not saying that's what we have to do. I'm gonna record what we're doing. But a lot of y'all need fasting from that. Meaning I don't be online and all of that. I just get on here when I'm doing what I do. I fast from everything. Not every day, but you get my point. I take my days fast from food, from technology, different things, different days. But young God said, "What do you think about the moon turning red tomorrow?" Moon turns red every year, child. You had honeymoons, different kind of moons throughout the year. So that should let y'all know that you don't have the same moon reoccurring every month. That should help you out of grasp when I said the moon is like an egg cell on the macro level, and you get a new moon just like you get a new egg cell every month. Get a new moon every month. You get a new egg cell every month. That's what the moon is, an egg cell. If you look up an egg cell, an egg cell is a gold little bubble. The moon, so it's its color, it's shiny. The world you live in is a body, and so you have to start to correlate the things y'all think of to go with that. That's why I say everything y'all think in y'all theories is wrong, because y'all ain't even clear on what the world y'all live in is to even make sense of it. And so, it's a simple thing to grasp, hopefully y'all do. Is awareness a form? Out of mindset said, is awareness a form? I'm not sure what you asking. If you asking, does awareness have a form or a shape? Yeah, it's a vibration. Vibration have a pattern, shape. The mind is the soul, so the soul has a shape. This is the Atman, a bubble, a vibration. Think like a fart. It holds its pattern in its vibration. Now imagine that raising to light or to sound. The sound still holding the pattern in vibration. Then that sound raising into light, still holding its pattern in vibration. You get it? Then that light manifesting into substance. The substance still holding the pattern in vibration. When the substance evaporates, then you see the rainbow or the starting light. Like I said, light, it manifests in the substance. Substance evaporates, you see the starting lights that came together to manifest the substance. Meaning light chemistry or light alchemy. Mix and merge different lights, you get substance. Mix and merge different sounds, you get light. Life is alchemy like that. So, a mind, which is a silent thing, meaning silence is a sound, or vibration. Vibration is a sound. That sound is silent, but it still holds its pattern. You get my point? That pattern evolves out more and more physical. Shalom, shalom, Chanel-X. I'm glad you grasp. You better free yourself from that, well, I don't want to say what you know what you were part of. Be careful. That shit's deep. That's Satan's sacrifice too. I still have an application from them, but I don't need it. And so yes, awareness has a form. This is why y'all have fingerprints and patterns on y'all. It's from the starting vibration of the mind. Everybody's a sound manifested. That's the true name. The true name is the pattern or the print. Everybody have a different fingerprint or pattern. Everybody got a different starting vibration. Meaning y'all fingerprints and patterns is the patterns of y'all soul manifested physically in the clay. Like, I'm not sure if y'all grasp. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Hopefully, y'all grasp. It don't matter where y'all go, y'all gonna fall into Satan worship. And it's about grasping being whole. So when you grasp being whole, then you merge with me. And then when the next person grasps wholeness, they merge until everybody grasps and everybody's whole, moving as one accord. Nobody being desperate to be above the next person. So like now if you say like, why he talk about the horizon and balance? Because of that. If you give back or if you take care of somebody that's lacking and everybody looking out for everybody, then everybody benefit, everybody whole. Not about you having more than this person, but everybody having equal. In that, we are wealthy. If you spread it around, it's more than enough for everybody to have more than they need, but it's not spread around, meaning it's not balanced. Y'all don't live here like y'all whole. Y'all live here like y'all against one another, which y'all are, but trying grass. Y'all worship the devil, so it should make sense to you. Now, if y'all have any questions, ask. I'm about to cut out. Have me some lunch. If you're someone that's delicate and kind and you think like, man, Silas is too rough and ruthless for me, I'm not rough and ruthless. I'm just doing something. Like, it's like watching me chop down a tree and then saying he's rough and tough, and how would you know he's just chopping down a tree? It's hard work. He's grunting and grunting because it's hard work. But teaching's like that. It's like chopping down a tree. I'm doing something, but outside of that, just like a responsible elder. So if any of y'all been around me, I'm sure you can second guess that and say I just felt like I was around my father or somebody's father when I was with him. You get it? Meaning I'm older. Y'all like kids, man. Y'all really do crazy shit. I just kick back. I enjoy, observing, but I'm just the order there. Meaning I ain't got no fears of y'all, so I'm gonna say what I got to say if shit get out of pocket. But other than that, y'all got to live and learn. This ain't religion where you get dictated what to eat and what to do. You got to learn on your own accord and just get guided and directed, get advice, but you got to come to terms with things on your own. Meaning it's best you fuck up in some things so you can learn it all the way. And some things it's better to learn secondhand. You ain't got to go through those fires, but that's all a real teaching is. Or a real teacher. He ain't here to dictate what you do. You got to be free. You got to be free so that you can discipline the self. First, you got to be free though. You gonna do dumb shit. Meaning the kid gonna get freedom, then do dumb shit. But at some point, they gonna get older. They gonna realize whatever shit I get myself into, I got to get myself out of. And once they come to terms with that, then they start to discipline themselves out. They say, ain't nobody could save me, so I can't make those moves. Moms and pops can't save me no more. I'm grown. That's how y'all are in life. Y'all have to get to a place where y'all kind of free to do as y'all want until y'all can get to a place where y'all realize y'all actions ain't no good and adjust. But for now, y'all worship the devil, meaning the self. So, young God said, what you think about past life in hypnosis? If y'all had a past life, then y'all are fallen angels, and that would mean y'all not the God sacrificed to the clay, but y'all are the fallen angels. So, y'all never had a past life. If y'all did, y'all would remember it. Same way y'all remember yesterday. A day correlates with a life. Dream and nightmare correlates with afterlife. Meaning on a micro level, you have life, dream, and unconsciousness. On a macro level, you have life, afterlife, and death. The same way y'all can remember yesterday and the day before that, if y'all had a past life, y'all remember it. The same way y'all remember yesterday. Yesterday over with, the sunset is over. Y'all went into death. Meaning y'all went unconscious, y'all minds was gone. Everything was wiped. You ain't no shit in unconscious. But you woke up, you still had your memory. That part. What make y'all think death is different? Who said when y'all die, y'all was gonna lose y'all memory? That part. Nobody. Y'all heard this stupid shit in the world. Y'all keep following the world and whatever the world says. The whole world is doing the same thing you did, just listening to shit and following. So it shouldn't be hard to grasp. Like, why shouldn't I follow the world? Because the world is a whole bunch of hearsay, stupid fools. The same thing you are in the moment that you're questioning what you heard. You get it? Everybody that believes in a past life, they believe in it for the same reasons you do. If you can come to terms with that truth with yourself, meaning if you can come to terms with yourself and say, how did I know about past life? Is this something I experienced or is it something I heard? Everybody's the same way. Meaning they a fucking fool in that same way. And that's how y'all all believe in lie because y'all start by lying to self. In life and say, did you remember a past life? Then y'all will come to realize, okay, we all just fresh souls here. Don't none of us remember shit about no past. Then y'all can grasp y'all to sacrifice God in the clay. You wasn't here before. Why would you have been? If you was here before, you wouldn't have been good enough to sacrifice. You think this is about old finished souls? This is about fresh new souls or gods getting sacrificed into the clay. And so again, if you was here before, I don't think you would have been fit to get sacrificed to be born into physical life. Think like ancient Egyptian teachings in the Duat. When the souls is passing through the Duat, and they say, have you killed? Have you stole? The 48 laws of Ma'at. Y'all think that got to do with the soul when the soul died and go into death afterlife. It got to do it before the soul even born out into life. You get it? It's got to do with the God getting sacrificed. Before the God is sacrificed to the clay by Anubis and the rest of the souls of darkness, that soul gonna get asked, man, did you ever kill? You ever stole? No, I never did anything. Good. You can get killed the fuck off, nigga. Of course, you put into the clay and be born out in physical life, but y'all don't understand these things, like, but it's really simple. Like, y'all just God sacrificed to bodies, and y'all was able to get sacrificed here because y'all was good. Like, y'all hadn't did anything yet. Before here, y'all was just whole. Like, you wasn't an individual. You was just living in life in light, whole. Now you lost. It's a deep thing, trying glass. Most said people only remember past pain and suffering. People's pain and suffering is what makes them tough. See a nigga tough, you tell him you just a nigga that got a lot of pain inside. You're impoverished. If you think tough looks cute, it don't. It just mean you hurt, nigga. Meaning if somebody be tough with you, you gotta learn how to talk to the tough. Tell them I know you secretly think you a bad motherfucker, but you really just a baby crying out in pain. And this is how you dealing with your pain. By acting like you're tough. And you may beat me up and bully me around, but you're still hurt. You're still a delicate, hurt baby full of pain. And after you whoop my ass, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm still gonna be happy. And you still gonna be a loser with mad hurt and pain in you. It's gonna make for your life to be rough. You're gonna go to jail and die an ugly death. They gonna hem you up and beat you up because they gonna be mad, but it wouldn't matter because everything you just said is true. Meaning after that, you gonna go back to your fine life and they gonna go back to their pain. I'll find somebody else to take their pain out on. But at some point they'll be, tired of having their pain and get that together, then they be a nice soul in life. Billy Till said, yeah, tough is ugly. Salam, shalom. But yeah, y'all had no past lives. If y'all did, y'all will remember it. If y'all say things like, well, there's people that remember their past life. You don't know what nobody else remember. You just listening to what people said. And so whatever they say is irrelevant to you. If they remember a past life, that's something they got to deal with. I'm telling you, they had a past life. What would it matter? That part. It would only matter if they're trying to get people on a bandwagon to say the same things. Other than that, what would it matter? That part. Y'all speak like the fallen. They had a past life. Sperm cells and egg cells are always below in the balls. These motherfuckers always got a past life. They predated your daddy. He was the spirit of God that raised them up out of his daddy's balls. It don't matter how far back. You can go to the first man. He had sperm cells in his balls. Semen was ejaculated out, meaning a god was sacrificed to raise them up from their dead state. In that god or that substance was brought to the clay or the body, the egg cell. And so, like I said, y'all wouldn't be here in physical vessel if y'all had a past life. Because then that would mean y'all are the fallen. And y'all haven't failed yet. And y'all still alive. So kind of grasp, if you want to believe in paths like this, it's fine. Y'all believe in all other old days to the fallen. I mean, everything y'all speak is just like old days to the fallen in that day in the beginning when they fashioned the body of man out of clay and sacrificed the Luella to it. That's ancient Sumer. Geshtu. Ancient Sumerian or Akkadian text, you have the god Geshtu or Ilawella, Wheeler. These are the different names, but they're the same. And so the gods all gathered together and they sacrificed the Wheeler and they mixed him in with the clay. And so it's like I said, y'all all sacrifice gods mingled in the clay. This is the great sin against man. They did this to take the toil off their own backs. That toil being death. We're gonna put this man on. We're gonna put this death on man. Make a voodoo doll. Let's put the death on the voodoo doll. I said, okay, let's do it. A voodoo doll don't have no life. So they say, you know what we need, right? A god. A life. So they sacrificed the god. Put him in the clay. Do you get it? Now physical life exists, and these bodies just reproduce more and more clay. And so they geniuses, men of old, men of renown, ascended masters. This who y'all worship. The fallen. Not the whole. Y'all don't worship the true state of self. Self being the Lord of hosts trapped in the clay. So get familiar with my teachings. All you have to do is be balanced and make sure you give back. Has nothing with me. Has nothing to do with me trying to scam y'all out of money. This is my job. I have y'all works and labors that y'all do. Sell cigarettes, flip burgers at McDonald's, whatever. I have my works I do. Instead of charging y'all and put a price tag on it, I give y'all an option to give back on y'all own merit. So I leave making myself some money up to y'all. But that's the whole point of the teachings. Y'all have to have balance on y'all own merit. Y'all have to have discipline and have everything on y'all own merit. Like adults, like mature minds. And so, try to grasp. It's a deep thing. You didn't miss anything, champ. Raphael said, what of animals? Animals are people, are persons. Because they have a perspective. That's what makes a person a person. It has an individual perspective. If you pull out a gun on the animal know to run. If you go, the animal know to get the fuck lost. Meaning they not dumb. They just don't speak your language. But they're the same thing inside their vessel that y'all are. You get it? And so they have awareness and intellect. It just ain't what you familiar with. But if you want to test that intellect, run up on the bird and see if it don't have a brain to fly off. That part. That's how you know the thing got intellect and it's not stupid. Now take a 6-month-old baby, it's sitting in its playpen. Run up to it and pull out a gun. It's gonna sit there stupid like it. It has no intellect. Not yet. It has not matured to the place where it has an intellect. Again, animal do. Animal got intellect from the moment they come out. They know, oh, I gotta walk and shit. Like, animals are a deep thing. They're quite divine. All is divine. Y'all just wrapped in y'all darkness. It's a deep thing. And so hopefully y'all grasp. I'm about to depart. Mo said I'm not forcing the pain that's on me. It's just with me. So that's what you gotta shed. You say, why I gotta shed my pain? So you don't have no pain. Y'all pain is that easy to let go. Y'all hold y'all pain like it got some worth. That shit is garbage. It make you feel like shit. That should be the reason why you say, yeah, I got to let this pain go. I'm holding a fucking grudge against this motherfucker. I gotta let this shit go. Why am I thinking of this dickhead? Y'all be hating people. Y'all feel that bitterness, not them. Think of it. If you hate me, you feel ugly and shit when you see me, not me. I probably don't even know you hate me because usually a hater don't tell no. They ain't walking up to niggas they hating on being like, I'm hating on you. So 9 times out of 10, they phony. They gotta pretend like they got love for you, and then they really hate you, and then you get it. That's a lot of fucking work. So they gotta live with that weird shit. They gotta come to a place to realize, hold on, me hating motherfuckers just make me feel ugly. Me being angry at this nigga just making me angry. Like, what the fuck am I doing to my own self? Then y'all will get to a place where y'all like, I ain't got time to be angry at you, and I ain't got time to hold no grudge against you, because that shit gonna interfere with me moving forward in my life. After that, you focus more on self. Clean yourself up, get yourself together, then you don't have, those problems. Yeah, they hold on to their traumas like they gonna get a reward at the end of the day for it. I was gonna end the video, but I'll stick around and answer y'all questions if y'all have any. Let me just use the restroom. Ah. Okay, let's start this Q&A. A lot of y'all think y'all have a past life and then y'all memories was wiped away when you came back or reincarnated into Earth. This only makes sense to you because you stupid. Don't take offense. I'm saying you stupid because if you remembered all that, why you don't remember the past life? Damn, you remember they wiped your brain clean for you came back to Earth? But you don't remember your past life? And so you don't remember they wiped your brain clean. You just heard somebody say it. Meaning y'all got hearsay problems. The hearsay is a lie. But y'all don't get that. Y'all speak it like it's the truth. Say, what about the people whose brains got wiped clean? Y'all ain't seen nobody get their brain wiped clean. Y'all just heard about these things. Y'all don't personally remember no past life, but y'all run around parading that lie. It's because y'all lied to yourselves, meaning you skipped over your own self and said, hold on, I ain't never had no past life. What am I pumping this dumb shit for? Y'all skipped over the self part and went straight into regurgitating what you heard that you think gonna get you attention. Meaning y'all sin against y'all own self for worldly acceptance and all kind of dumb shit. Then y'all don't even get it, then y'all feel like shit. Then let the pain start and the ugly, tough person begin. Stop lying to self. I'll be asking me, why you laughing? Why you so silly? Fuck y'all so angry for? The fuck y'all got going on? Like, but y'all in whatever environment y'all in, feeding y'all own fires, so you gotta come to terms with things at some point. Seeing if there's any questions. If y'all have any, asks. Because I'm all dried out. Shalom, shalom. Myron Gray said, since you're speaking about form, this is an earlier question. He said, how was form nurtured to be developed in the beginning since all new life required adult nurturing? I don't understand your question, but you said, how was form nurtured? I don't understand what you're saying. You have a physical mind. So a soul has a pattern like a vibration of air, but when you're speaking like who's nurturing, speaking like a physical baby being born, you're not speaking like raindrops manifesting out the air. If you speaking in that, then you speaking of the entity within the air space doing a sorcery. It's the fallen. Like I said, our levels of life before cell show fallen levels of life. The end stage of them is sperm cell. Y'all need to watch the last two videos I did. Meaning if y'all don't watch the videos fully through to get the point, then y'all be lost getting pieces here and there. Bray Longy said, why they say we Anunnaki? Is that religion? At what point do y'all stop hearing things and saying why they say this and why I heard that? Get it? I don't understand that. You can't ask me why somebody said this or that. I wouldn't know. You know my answer. Y'all retarded and y'all don't know what the world y'all in is, so y'all just guess a bunch of dumb things. But outside of that, Anunnaki is the sons of Anak. That's how it's written in the Bible. In Sumer, the Anuna. Like I said, the fallen. What y'all will call sperm cells in today's times. You know, the entity that y'all just do not grasp. Comets is sperm cells. Within sperm cells, you have mitochondria, or cells. And so a comet is bigger than man, but the mitochondria in a comet is like man, or organism. And so a comet crashes into a moon, or a sperm cell crashes into an egg cell. This is a comet crashing into a moon. A sperm cell crashing into an egg on the macro level. Then a solar system starts to develop. This is a whole body. You get it? Then later on in life, that body will mature and have a puberty, and then it will start to develop its own moons. Does that make sense to y'all? You got sperm cells on every level of life. And so, when I'm explaining sperm cells, I don't want y'all to get lost on y'all balls. Our world is a body. The beginning of our world started with the moon and a comet, which is basically like a seed of a star. Comets is like seeds of stars. Sperm cells is like seeds of your conscious, rising, setting sun within. So you get it? It starts with the seed. A comet and a moon joined together will evolve into a rising, setting star. And it will rise and set past its chakra points, or its planets. That's the full body on an internal level. Meaning y'all don't live in a solar system where the star is central and planets is flying around it. Y'all live in a solar system is like a body, or a spine. The sun rises or sets from awake or central brain. Let's say this is Venus, and it sets past every planet you know till it gets to Saturn, which is the sacrum. So that's like the sixth day or the sixth planet. Beneath there, sperm cells, the coccyx, the dejed, or the dead. This is when the conscious goes out. Get it? Then it rises again in the morning. And so, it's a deep thing. Mo said, who said you had to be smart? Ignorance is bliss, but y'all pass ignorance. So, kids is ignorant. Their life is blissful and fun. Then y'all learn things, lies. Then y'all pass ignorance. Y'all are in lies, or knowing things. Things is truth, some ain't. And so y'all too far gone to where y'all can't not be, have to be. Y'all already walked the path. You just went the wrong way, but like, and so no, y'all don't have to be smart, but so y'all stepped on the platform of it, so there's no going back now. You will either get smart or dumb, but you could have just stayed ignorant, which is to not know. Meaning ignorant don't mean dumb, it just means you don't know. And that ain't good or bad. And that's how kids is. They don't know shit and they get it. They just enjoying their day. They have bliss. Life has meaning to them. It's fun. They have no questions of stupid things. They just enjoy. Man try to be wise. Try to figure things out instead of just going with. So then he becomes the great challenger of life. Like, why is this like that? Why is that like that? Let me change this. Then it becomes hard for him. Become the resistance to his own flow. So y'all think to do things, then y'all have contradicting mind. Y'all think to achieve things, then y'all get a contradicting mind. Y'all afflict yourselves. Children don't have that problem. They say, I think I should go outside, then they just get dressed and go. They say, I think I should build a sandcastle, then they just do it. Man say, I think I should go outside, then the nigga start thinking about a bunch of other dumb shit before he ever even get there. Man say, yeah, I think I should build a house. Then this nigga start thinking about everything gonna go wrong. Babies don't have that problem. They mind free from resistance of self. So hopefully y'all can grasp. Everybody Saquana said the whole as in one. Spirit, body, and soul. Spirit and the soul is the same thing. No, you're right. The soul is the mind. Spirit, body, soul. Not as in that, but in that as well, but that's not the real point. Whole as in where y'all stop trying to be above things and below things and y'all just move as a choir. I did a video in the past when I said if everybody just do they work for the city so that everybody can have the technology and the things that we have freely, you get it? You work on the subway system. You just go to work 4 hours a day and do your work for free. But in that, you get to engage and enjoy everything in the city. Meaning you get to go to the supermarket and get your food for free. And those that work in the supermarket, they put their 4 hours in for free. But they get to ride on the subway, stuff like that for free. And you get my point. They making cars. Everybody just get the cars for free. And whoever's making the cars, so they engaging in other things in life that they gonna get for free. Y'all have no understanding, like, oh yeah, that is simple. Why we don't just do that? Because y'all conflicted minded. Meaning it's enough here for everybody to have more than they need. Y'all just strange minded. Like, you get my point? And so when man learn to be whole, he'll have heaven, wherever he may find himself. If y'all all grasp what wholeness is, then we'll all have heaven here. And everybody will have more than they need. You get my point? It ain't one thing here that ain't enough for everybody to have one of those things. Nothing you could think of. Y'all just don't work together as a whole. Y'all work separate. So, can it be bad for y'all? Good for others. And so, grass. Physical and mental are the perspectives of personification. I don't grasp what you're saying. The body is a result of the mind. The mind is three-parted. That's unconscious part, the dream state part, and physical awakeness. The physical awakeness is a result of the physical body. It's a part of the mind. The mind is like is. It manifests into substance, spirit. That substance will transition through its state, becoming thick waters, like muddy waters, then, clay. So, no, that's deep how that happens. The fallen, the entity within these levels. But, you get it? Physical, mental, mind, body, spirit is all one thing. Mind manifested out. Meaning you as a soul are a mind, which is like unseen airs, a fart, a vibration. This thing manifests in the substance, the same way you see air turn into substance or raindrops. This thing manifests into a spirit body, then the physical body. And then you die and the physical body perishes away. And after a time, the substance or spirit of the self evaporates away. And all you have left is the mind or the fart, the vibration, the soul of the person. And if that person cannot let go of everything they attach to, emotionally and physically, then I suppose they're going to reincarnate back out into physical life, which is a process of going through atom, molecule, cell, organism. You get it? And you have to go the whole shit all over again. And so, y'all trapped in samsara or hell. It's a deep thing. Barely Teller said, can you go into how homunculus are created? Fallen angels make the body of man out of clay. There's your voodoo doll. There's your homunculus. Use the wisdom and apply it. Y'all have a bunch of the same stories, and then y'all just go crazy with it. Half the stories y'all got is the same story in a different language. Y'all have people translating different cultures' stories into English. Then y'all have a whole bunch of stories in English That's repeats. Say, what's this? What's that? The same shit you asked yesterday. It's all one story. God was sacrificed to the clay. End of story. You live in physical life, it happened because of that. When you worshiping how you do, make sure it don't align with that. You a Christian, you say, I believe in Jesus is going to die for my sins. That sound like God's being sacrificed for physical life. So then you know, okay, I need to fall back off that shit. That's Satan worship. See how simple it is? Y'all making it complex because y'all flip-flop around too much. So I'll say it for the 1000th time. Find one teacher and learn from them. If that teacher happens to not know what they're talking about, then I guess you're just not a good decision maker. And I don't know what to tell you. There you go, Chanel X. Tell them again. Connect the dots. I'm going to call you, love, when well, let me know if you are free to talk. And like, sometime before 6, I'll call. I've been talking too much. My insides just dried out. Billy Teller said I got to get a one-on-one at some point because I got the grass. Shalom, shalom. Okay, love, I'll call you. You don't need a one-on-one. You need to just study under my way of life, meaning slowly start to live the way of life I live. A nature thing. Learn from life, the natures of life, the natures of things. This don't lie. Man tell you anything. Anything can tell you anything. But if you learn to observe the natures of it, then you know the truth of matters. If you don't have balance, then you going to judge a thing unbiasedly, and you ain't going to serve yourself right. If you're looking at a thing, you get it? You viewing thing from this side. And so you're looking at the thing like you look at it. If you feel like you on that side, then you're going to look at it like that. But you have to look at it, you get it? Without the emotion and the perspective attached. Just watch the nature of it. Think like an animal you never seen before. So you don't know, like, nobody put a false perspective in your mind or told you something before to afflict your perspective. So you're just looking at the thing now, trying to look how it moves, try to get a perspective. Like, what is that? You want to observe everything in life in that way, from the balance, where you have formed no perspectives, no perspective. Because if you know a thing, then how you going to get to know things? If you already know, you get it? If you already know me and got a perspective on me, then you got the grass, you're not never going to get to know me. You're already doing your brain. And so however I truly am, you ain't never going to get to that. That's how y'all do with everybody in life. Young God says some people think our spirits chose our parents. Your thoughts? Your daddy's mind space, which is the abyss, and the abyss from the beginnings of the life, meaning your daddy's unconscious mind is the primordial waters. And the primordial waters is the beginnings of life, where God's is sucked into the darkness and sacrificed. And so when your daddy ejaculated, or God was sucked through that dark portal into the space of his mind, down his spine, to the prostate, ejaculated out. You get it? Like that. Souls is being pulled through the primordial waters, the abyss. But this is in a man's mind, a woman's too. Meaning y'all have unconscious mind. There's nothing there. Y'all don't even know y'all exist there. That is the literal beginnings. Meaning that's the primordial waters from the beginnings. When y'all in dream state, this is the fallen darkness. Meaning the fallen in their darkness before you even have physical life. Then y'all wake up in the physical life in the order that everything happened in life. Y'all Go from unconscious dream to physically awake. That's how life started. It was dark. You had the life in the darkness, and then all of that manifested out physically because of the making of man's body out of clay and God being sacrificed to it. It's quite simple. Salam, shalom, here Basakwana. You should come on the RP thing or the lamb thing for a week that I was speaking about. Some of y'all should make sure y'all email. Get out and like, you might die tomorrow. That's how my mind works. Do all you can because you might die tomorrow. Not in regards to works, but good times, good memories. Chanel X said the book of Genesis explains the making of the cell. No. The Kabbalah explains the making of, well, nothing explains the making of the cell. The cell is the fallen. So, meaning the sperm cell is the fallen. Nobody give a fuck about that. Nobody in the past give a fuck about them. They the reason why, you know. They the reason why y'all here in physical life sacrificing body, like. But y'all love them, so y'all don't get it. Like, y'all worship the fallen, so y'all don't even get it really. But Genesis, in the beginning, the Spirit of God. In the beginning was heaven and earth. Is to say, in the beginning was above and below. Below is where the darkness is. Above is where all is whole and light. So this is your first separation. In the beginning was heaven and earth. And the devil was hovering in the dark part. The devil was hovering in the dark part because he was proud. He felt like he better than heaven. It's like I told y'all. It don't matter what you go to. It's the same story. I just make it simple for y'all to grasp. And in the beginning, you had light. One light thought he was better than the rest. So he wanted to be seen like better than them. Like he wanted to stand out. So that's how darkness started. So that's like in the beginning, there was heaven and earth. Light, which is above, and darkness, which is below. Earth is physical matters, darkness. Darkness won't always correlate with physical matters, pigment. Meaning black is not a color, black is a pigment. All the other colors is colors or lights. Black is all the colors merged to where you have a dark substance, a residue, a pigment. Meaning black is technically not a color. It's a physical pigment, a substance. And so, when you talk in darkness, you always talk in matter. Heaven is light, light rises, fire raises, matter descends. So in the beginning was heaven and earth, or in the beginning was light and matter. Darkness and light. And in the darkness you have the Spirit of God, you know, the proud light. Thought he was cute. The hovering and falling all in that, never ending. Void means to say it's no shape, nothing. You know how when y'all unconsciously sleep, y'all are just falling through the darkness. You know how it says, I seen Satan falling like lightning? It's not funny, but it is. I seen Satan falling through the bottomless deep, never hitting the bottom, just falling eternally. You know how that feel on the stomach? Like, think like a roller coaster. Shit just going down and you like, but it don't never stop. Just flip-flopping in the air non-stop like that. The stars up above at nighttime, they fall in the earth, but the shit, like, you feel me? Earth is the bottom, like, in the beginning was heaven and earth. It take a whole life for them to get down here. That's the end of the world, like. Stars at night, when they fall to the ground, that's the end of the world, my nigga, but that's how long it take. Like, mad generations of people. They just falling all this time, my nigga, they sick, like, they blink on and off, like. They go unconscious and wake back up and be like, oh shit, I'm still falling. Like, y'all gotta remember the cosmic darkness, that's the beginning. So, y'all, These motherfuckers from the beginning, they still falling in their bitch. It's just not a lie when they say I seen, Lucifer fall from heaven like light, my nigga. And he was just falling like, and shit don't stop. Like, that's what y'all witnessing. It just didn't come all the way down here yet. It take quite a while. Like, the bottomless deep is bottomless deep. I mean, the bottom is all the way down here, my nigga. Who knows how far down? It is hard. Like, so, it's deep. Like you said, sounds unpleasant. We ain't talking about a sound. We talking about what you could see. Look the fuck up at the stars at night, nigga. Y'all be think cause I'm laughing, I'm joking. Look at the stars at night. They falling down. The fuck you think they floating up? That's how far away they are. That's how long it's gonna take. That's not no joke, nigga. Them the fallen angels. Every night y'all see that shit. Get a telescope. Blinking on and off. Spinning and shit. You know how you start to catch and get a little spin when you falling. Spinning hella fast. That's why in the Bible would say at the end of the world a fucking star's gonna fall off the sky. They falling now. Just ain't get it. Just ain't hit it. They ain't hit Earth yet. Blood, you gotta grasp. The bottom is deep as biggest spot. It's the unconscious parts of the mind. The unconscious mind in the cosmic dark space is the same place. The primordial waters. Souls is sucked through there like the God that sacrifices pulled through the mind spaces. Meaning physical is the end and the primordial darkness or waters are unconscious is the beginning. But these two things are merged, like the physical body is one end and the unconscious primordial waters of mind is the other end. And so do you get my point? Two ends of the same beginning, so to say. Like when a man ejaculates, he's on the physical end, but you get it? His unconscious mind and the primordial waters are abyss, are the beginnings is one thing. And so when he's ejaculating, it's coming through his unconscious mind. This is why man has no thoughts when he having sex. It's just one thought, come, like, a man is not thinking like 8 times 8, 64. Oh, I'm short. You're not thinking nothing. You're just getting busy. Like, his mind is kind of blank. It's in the void. Then he ejaculates. This is the sacrificing of the God right in that moment. Boom, it's done. And then all the fallen great ones from below, they raise back to life. The niggas that sacrifice God, they be like worshiping them motherfuckers. Oh, the dead is back to, you know how y'all be like, yeah, there's fallen angel giants. There's fallen angel giants in stasis in the underworld, and y'all seeking them out like that. Like they just up above. Y'all don't understand. Like up above is below. So y'all looking for fallen angels sleep. That's the stars. They the fallen angels from the beginning in the testicles. But that's up above, cause y'all see up above in the daytime. And y'all see below at night. Tonight when the stars come, you're in someone's body, the mid area. And when they lay down, you see below as above. And when they get up, you see above. So y'all see like north sky, south side. You get it? Two different perspectives. Not sure if y'all grasping, but it's a deep thing. He said they gonna be dizzy as fuck when they get here. That shit's not a joke. Y'all have to grasp. The end of the world is when the body that we live in die. You get it? When the body that we live in die, this is when the consciousness within it is gonna descend. Think like y'all. Y'all have bodies. Y'all are the conscious light within it, rising and setting. So y'all the sun in y'all solar system. Then y'all gonna die. But when y'all die, the light, y'all gonna be like awake more than likely. And so the conscious descends slowly. You get it? Meaning y'all falls into unconsciousness when y'all die. It ain't like when y'all falling into sleep and it just descend. And so when y'all die, just think like now y'all mad. Like y'all stuck in y'all body and shit. Y'all got a clear perspective of what's going on. And so then now y'all mad at everything within y'all vessel. The sperm cells below, the cells on earth, the ones in heaven. Y'all just fed up with everything. This is why I say in Islam, Allah going to descend at the end of the earth. Christianity is say the sun going to come so close to man, the conscious going to descend. It ain't rising up and down the spine, becoming conscious and then unconscious. It's dead, and so it's within now. Within got to deal with, you get it? Like I said, y'all the God sacrifice to the vessel. Y'all dumbed out right now, but when y'all die, y'all gonna sure be mad. You gonna see the wrath of Allah on that day, girl. You talking about the life within inside your body. Oh, they gonna see the wrath of Allah that day. Allah's gonna be your ass. And so we live in a body. When they die, y'all gonna see what the sun really is. That conscious inside the body, that shit be tight. And so it's a deep thing. Try to grasp. That's when the stars gonna fall out the sky. Everything up in heaven or below gonna fall. So it's a deep thing. Try to grasp. Now, if y'all don't have any more questions, I'm gonna depart. Salam, shalom, Chanel X. I'm sorry, Chanel X. I'm gonna hit you up within the next few hours. Everyone else be well. Listen to the deep knowledge, kinda, you know. Like I always tell y'all, stop flipping around so much. Ain't gonna serve you too good. Besides that, everybody worship the devil. That's what's the point of this video. Salam, shalom, K Flame. He said, I know you've said before that you don't teach children, but I still support because I know as a young adult we need elders like you. I teach children, just not. Children ain't plagued by lying religion, so what do I need to explain to them any of this? Teach children morals. Be balanced and fair. Don't be a goofy follower. Lest you find yourself in the bottomless deep. That's hell, child. And that's when the kid be like, yeah. Then his mama come, I get in trouble. Nah, I'm just playing. But you get my point. I teach children. I have children. You can't be fucking retarded. Say you don't teach kids. I have kids. What the fuck are you talking about? I used to sit down with my daughter and do schoolwork, not her mama. Me. I teach kids, I just don't. Fuck they mind up with religion and all that dumb stuff. I leave them free. Like I said, ignorance is bliss. Once the world starts taking the... You teach kids from young. They don't get lost in all of that. You get my point? You explain to them from jump what religion is, what gangs and things like that is, what groups is. Then they have a perspective when they get a certain age to know, like, nah, I'm just going, you feel me? Play the outskirts, ain't nothing wrong with that. I could be cool with all the groups I ain't got to get dedicated to. That's where you die. Be my own self and finagle and mix and merge in, you know, with whoever respect that I'm my own thing and I ain't selling my soul out to groups and all this weird shit, you know, gangs, this religion, whatever is a group thing. If the group ain't got nothing to do with wholeness, where we all equals and we all building each other up, Stay out of it. You don't want to fall low in rank. You damn sure don't want to be above nobody. They be your burden. Raphael Mukambra said, what are demons? Sperm cells in your balls. Demons is all the smaller levels of life before organism. Everything that's in the abyss. Meaning everything that's before physical and awake. So that's dream, nightmare, unconscious. This is all your dark realms before physical life and physical bodies. So your demons lie there in dream, afterlife. You have to remember when y'all fall into dream and nightmare, this is a part of sleep. Those physical realms where y'all do physical stuff is still a part of the unconscious. It's not in awake. It ain't in life, physical life. It's in the dead realms or the sleep realms. So those your demons. Meaning when you fall into sleep, this is like micro death. Sometimes you visit dream and nightmare there. It's there. That's your demons. Correlated. When y'all do DMT and y'all go into DMT, y'all are afterlife or dream. And y'all are playing around with the demons. They are trying to lure y'all into unconsciousness or death. So y'all don't come back on the outside. Meaning so y'all don't come back unconscious. Or draw y'all in. Buttergold said, what are lucid dreams in the death realms? Yeah, y'all have a lot of make-believe stuff. Salam, shalom, champ. Before you speak of a thing, make sure you're speaking of something real, not made-up stuff, because then I'm going to get aggravated. Meaning when you speak of something that ain't a truth as if it is, then I'm going to get aggravated. You get my point? It's one thing to hear something and not know. It's another thing to hear something in your own mind. You make it a fact, and now you speaking this thing like it's some fact. That's when I get disturbed. Like how y'all do with y'all religions. We all know it's hearsay, then y'all start speaking it like it's fact. Then I get disturbed because it's like, what the fuck? We're just making anything we hear the truth now? So kind of grasp. Yeah, the Freya realms. I was thinking about you the other day. Yeah, tell him again, Belly. Tell him he should just cop spirits and spines. It will help him out a lot better. You're welcome, Raphael. Like I said, demons, you're going to find your demons in your substances. This is your molecules. This is before organisms. So you're going to find demons in your cells level of life, which is thick substances, menstrual cycle, fluid, semen fluid. You're going to find molecules in your thinner substances like water, gases, things like that. And then you're going to find your atoms in the air, but these are just smaller microscopic life forms. And you get it? These your demons, your devils, the lords of below. They the ones that started physical life. By making man's body out of clay. You gotta remember, Excel is still on cell level. So, it's a deep thing. Raphael Mukambra said sleep paralysis. Yeah, a lot of the stuff y'all say is stupid, but y'all have to come to a place to make sense. Sleep paralysis is dumb. Sleep paralysis is when you sleep, right? Then you wake up, but you can't physically move. Why you think you wake then? See, I don't want to deal with the simple stuff first. Say, why you ain't just maybe you just sleep. You dreaming you awake. That can't happen. Say, no, I was awake, but I couldn't move my body. So at what point did you move your body? That part. I bet you they fell back to fucking sleep, then woke up and moved their body. And so it's like I said, you can have a dream that you woke up. If you talking about people sleepwalking, they sleep. You could scratch your fucking face while you sleep, right? So that means you can get up and use your legs too if you choose. Y'all make nothing something because y'all have nothing to truly talk about. So y'all are just listening to people who have nothing to talk about, and they're making something out of any dumb thing they can. And y'all just go with it like, oh yeah, that's deep. It's not. It's stupid. I don't see nothing deep about it. But if y'all do, enjoy these lies. I've heard them all. Meaning I was y'all age before. None of this shit new. I heard it too much. My head hurt. I heard aliens and all this shit enough. But besides that, I know the truth of things. But up to this point, I've heard all this stuff too much. It makes my brain hurt. I don't see how y'all fall into it. But a side of me does. But life is simple. Raphael said, I'm from Africa. Here in Africa, sleep paralysis, question mark. In Africa, y'all still play with the plants. In America, it's illegal for us to deal with the plants like peyote cactus and the ayahuasca plants, and we don't have no access to no natural resources. We gotta work, get monopoly paper, and then buy whatever we can. Meaning they take all the resources from us in America to make us slaves, and we play that monopoly game. In real life though, we like go to work, they give us money from the bank, then we try to like buy shit. Like that. Point I'm making is y'all still have access to y'all plants. Y'all go out in the wild jungles and shit, and y'all got all kind of plants out there. Trumpet, angel's trumpet flower. Y'all got hella plants. And so within the substances of these, within the root and leaves of these plants, you have hallucinogenic substances. Make a zombie out of man. Over in South America, they still making zombies out of people with angel's trumpet. You get it? Meaning they know the alchemy. Mix this substance with that plant substance. Give it to people. People be unconscious while their body is awake. And so maybe, but y'all ain't talking about that. Meaning y'all ain't talking like y'all on drugs. You just said like sleep paralysis. Like you just woke up and walked around. Scratch your head while you sleep. But if you're talking about drugs being involved, that's ancient sorcery. That's a seal. To make a zombie out of man. Angel's trumpet, that plant, and two other ones, they mix it together in Bolivia right now. They make zombies out of niggas. Meaning you take that drug, then your body or your mind go unconscious like when you sleep. But for some reason, your body's still active. And so whatever is said to you, you just do. You get it? This is what they doing in Bolivia right now. You could look this up. Look up Bolivian torch cactus. Y'all know I know the names. I don't want y'all to get in trouble because y'all can order shit like this offline, but then like when them feds, you know, some of y'all dumb like that. You'll order the shit offline and the shit come to your crib and then you get it? The feds knocking your fucking door down. You talking about I was watching Silence. This shit illegal. Don't fuck with none of this shit. Ain't safe. But over there, they still playing around. Bolivian torch cactus, angel's trumpet. It's a bunch of plants. They mix them together. They all got different results, but you get my point? They mix it together. They give it to people. People wake up and have done the craziest shit you can ever fathom. You get my point? Meaning they have a serious problem in South America of that. Motherfuckers kill whole families and wake up to have to deal with that. Like, what the? Think like a nigga in America do PCP, bug the fuck out, run around butt naked, shoot 3-4 motherfuckers. Think like, what was the Crip? The Crip, Tookie Williams. He was on that Sherm. They say he killed 3-4 motherfuckers. He say he don't remember doing that. Did he do it? Who knows? Niggas could have straight drugged him the fuck out. Like, get it? That shit is real. Meaning PCP is all that. That's that shit. LSD, all of that. When you get into your deep drugs, you get into your sorcery. If you know the recipe of the mixture of these things, it'll fuck a person up bad. That's why it's called roots. dealing with the roots of plants. When you see a motherfucker on crack, they on sorcery. That's baking soda and cocaine. Two powders being mixed. That's alchemy or chemistry. And then you get the end result, which is a stone. You turn powder into stone. That part. You supposed to know right there. When I smoke this shit, it's over. That part. And when they smoke that shit, it ain't like a nigga high on cocaine, and it ain't like a nigga who ate baking soda. Be gone. They a zombie, my nigga. They will rob you, kill you. A crackhead eyes is like that blood. You know you can't trust them once you see them. Like, oh, what the fuck, nigga? Be the coolest nigga on the planet. Hey, cat daddy, that nigga on crack his shit like that. You like, oh yeah, that nigga is